What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope we're doing well. It is a Sunday, and not just any Sunday, but Super Bowl Sunday, and we are actually in the middle of the Super Bowl. We are in the middle of the first drive of the Super Bowl, and we are about to see a Seattle Seahawks field goal attempt from about the 15-yard line. I am excited for this because and that was good. For some reason I lost track of the football there, but um, I'm excited because this is the first Patriots Super Bowl appearance in a long time. As a New Englander, specifically a guy from Massachusetts who grew up not even a half hour from Foxborough, Massachusetts. I have, I grew up on Tom Brady. I grew up on New England sports doing very well. Not just the Patriots, but also like there's been Red Sox World Series wins. There's been Bruins Stanley Cup wins. There's been Celtics NBA championship wins. Um, like whether you're a sports guy or not, which I'm not really a sports guy per se. I was an athlete, and I guess I kind of still am an athlete to a degree. But as somebody who grew up playing sports, it's important to you that you see your teams do good. You know, so yeah, this is it's good. It's good to see it. It's good to see it. Did you stream BKFC? Was pretty good last night. No, I did not. I streamed on Kick last night. And I watched one BKFC fight. It was Zach Calmus versus some other guy whose name I forget, and Zach lost. The reason why I streamed that one is because I know Zach Calmus. He's an all right guy. We bumped into each other over the years. He's a Massachusetts guy. He's from the North Shore. Excuse me. I'm from the South Shore. And it's always good to see New Englanders. Excuse me, but yeah. I mean, I am like I haven't watched BKFC in a long time. And I was a little bit disappointed to see that they lowered the round numbers. Zach was on the prelims. For one thing, I don't think Zach belonged on the prelims. I think Zach belonged on the main card. It was their Knuckle Mania card, which is always their biggest card of the year. But even then, like Zach Calmus is someone who has put on show after show after show for these guys whenever he's been called up. It's always an entertaining fight. He's always given it his all. And for some reason, you had this weird situation where you have this situation where he's just on the prelims, but then on top of that they also only had him fighting for 3 rounds instead of the usual 5 that they had been doing for a long time. I don't know when they made that change, but they made the change, so that's a little bit weird. You know it makes it strange because with BKFC 3 2-minute rounds, that's an amateur kickboxing and an amateur boxing match is what that is. You would think that since it's only going to be 3 rounds, they would at least up it to 3-minute rounds, but I guess not. It keeps the action, right? It keeps the action coming, I guess you could say. It makes it so that it's more of a sprint than a marathon. So I guess I can kind of understand that a little bit, but there's still a piece of it that's just like, and Patriots receiver, Patriots returner tackled a little bit after the 20-yard line. I want to say like 25 yards, you know. So we have Drake May right here, which I guess is a rookie. I'm trust me, I'm not gonna be doing the sports guy talk. This is not gonna be like this is not gonna be like one of those fight streams, fight companion streams. It's not gonna be one of those. I don't think anyone's gonna pop in for this either, because why would they be watching me watching the Super Bowl? They're probably just gonna be watching the Super Bowl. Um, and people are gonna be at like these parties and stuff like that. Oh, me, like, I could have went to an uncle's house, but I'm just so low energy today, and so is the wife, that we were just like, nah, we're just gonna stay in. That's all we're gonna do. We're just gonna stay in. I feel kind of bad now that it's actually happening. I kind of wish I did go, but like it is what it is, you know. Whatever. It's just a fucking Super Bowl. I like people talk about the sports ball stuff, the sports ball worship, and it's like I think it's a little bit unfair the way people will. Ooh, oh man, almost a first down, but I think it's a little bit unfair the way people will I think it's a little unfair the way people will talk about like watching sports and stuff like that. And I think a lot of that comes from like not being sports guys in high school, meaning like not playing sports in high school. A lot of the dudes on Twitter that you see who are like, I don't watch goy ball. I don't watch goy ball. They were dudes that definitely had to deal with their crush getting fucked by like the running back or the star basketball player. And that is a first down. Hell yeah. First and then some. But um like the dudes that get offended at people being into sports, even if it's something like the biggest game of the year, like the Super Bowl, it's usually people who like not only were they unathletic, but they got mogged by the athletic kid in high school. You know, they wanted to ask this girl to the dance, but instead of them getting a yes from that girl, she was like, "Oh, actually, I'm going with Chad." And they never got over it. Either that or what you see sometimes is their dad. Oh shit, hell yeah, that's nice. There was a lot of momentum on the first drive from Seattle, and I'm feeling momentum from New England on this drive too. You know, that's what makes watching football so fun when it's your team. I couldn't give any less of a shit when it's like not a team that I care about. But seeing that momentum and feeling that tension is like, ah man, it is really good, you know. Sports can be a community and culture thing, not just not a thing in America, but does very much have a value. Exactly, you know, like the most anti-nationalist, the most anti-natalist left winger probably has a favorite sports team, and he is probably absolutely positively feral about them. You know, like in on one hand, it is safe nationalism is essentially what it is. It's safe nationalism for left wingers. But on the other hand, it is sort of a an exercise in tribalism that there's a fucking sack for loss of yards. Now it's gonna be like 2nd and 20, I think it is. That sucks. Um, but like there's a lot more to sports ball than just like my dad used to watch the Patriots and he'd tell me to shut up whenever I'd start talking. So I don't like sports ball, you know. There's a lot more to it than like well, you know, I dated a guy I dated the football player. There's a lot more to it than like, well, I remember back in high school the football player was stupid. Holy shit, he's going to run all the way for a first down, isn't he? Wow, he almost ran all the way for a first down. That's insane. Talking about Drake May, a quarterback. You see, like growing up, I was like growing up watching Tom Brady. Tom Brady was not a very athletic guy. He was very good at throwing the football. He was very good as a quarterback, but he was not an athletic quarterback. So seeing Drake May, just how comfortable he is running the ball and how good he is at running the ball. He just ran the ball for 15 yards, you know, and it's only not a first down because he got sacked. It's like man, you know, that's like crazy to see. Oh shit, damn, that sucks. They're gonna have to punt it now. What's going on, Andrew Mencenes? Doing well, Scott. I live in Seattle, so if they win, I will not be looking forward to everyone here freaking out and thinking they're the best in the world for the next whole year. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking about hitting up Vance and being like, "Yo, I got 5 on the Patriots," because I know he's from Washington. Washington. He's a Seattle sports fan, you know. But I didn't get around to it. I didn't get around to it, you know. Um, but yeah, like Seattle is definitely still upset about what happened in that Super Bowl appearance between us about 10 years ago. Actually, I think it was 2016 was the last time the Seattle and the Patriots met in the Super Bowl. Um, and what was I gonna say? Um, oh, um, basically Seattle was going to win until there was an interception literally with less than a minute left. And that was crazy. The only crazier thing to happen in the Super Bowl that I saw was it was a year or two later, um, 2017, where they played, I think it was like the Falcons or something like that. And they ended up coming back from like a like 30 something to 7, and they won. Talking about the Patriots. That was insane, you know? Hello, is football rigged? I don't know. I don't know. Could be. Could be. Could be MIG gaming. Um, maybe Vance will respond if you're like, yo, I got 50 grand on the Patriots. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Hold on. No wait. Oh man, that's crazy. Showing 10 of course it's got to be mystery meat people, you know. They're showing like tweets, and there's somebody who posted like a 10-year difference between like their family, and it's like a mystery meat couple, you know. Which, like, after all, you know, like, you know, my kids are gonna be, my kids are not exactly gonna be pure European either, but you know, like, it doesn't mean I think they belong on the TV for the fucking Patriots game just because, just to try to make a point, you know. This should be like, haha, gotcha, racists. All right, we're gonna see what happens here. Um, Sorry, I'm just looking around. Scott never had the makings of a varsity athlete. Fucking I was varsity my freshman year for wrestling. Actually, funny enough, I should have been varsity for baseball too, but my repellent personality made it a little bit tough for them to want to call me up to the varsity team. So you know, yeah, you know. Anyway, oh shit. Oh, oh no, no way. Oh, dude, that's crazy. There was almost a sack in the end zone and an interception. A sack in the end zone would have been that's called a safety. You get 2 points. That's the only way you get 2 points in football. But yeah, like, I've talked about it for a while. The only reason people dislike football so much, and sports ball in general, the only reason people dislike it so much is because there's usually some kind of hang up. I understand not caring about it. You don't have to care about it. Like, I don't really care about it either. I wouldn't be watching this right now if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, the New England Patriots are in it. But um uh nice. Um but yeah, I wouldn't be watching if it wasn't for the fact that the Patriots are in it. I don't really care about it outside of that. But to be so, like you're almost angry, you almost have to throw a tantrum to be that way about it. It's like, yeah. That tells me there's some issue. Like, you got fucked with by the football players in school. You got your dad. Like, this is the way my dad was, you know. He used to be like the type of dude to be like, something bad would happen and he'd be like, "Oh, damn it." And then you wanting to be like dad You'd no, oh shit, bang. No way. Oh, dude, hell yeah. These are some crazy plays. There's a lot happening. You know, it was the almost two sacks. The Seahawks quarterback had to throw the ball away. You know, oh man, that's a heartbreaker. Bang. Anytime the Seahawks quarterback gets hit, I'm totally fine with that. I am a okay with that. You know, but yeah, like my dad would be like, "Oh, damn it." And I'd match that energy. I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, that was bad. That was stupid." Or like some other shit like that, you know? Well, and when I'd open my mouth, he'd be like, "Dude, shut up." You know, like basically he'd be taking out the bad thing that happened on me. Like I understand that shit's annoying and it sucks and nobody likes that kind of shit, but like also I'm not going to hate football to the point where I have to be a woman on Twitter about it. You know, I don't have to be a lady. You know, because that's what ladies do is they go on Facebook, they go on Twitter, and they're like, I don't care about football. Just show me the halftime show. When did the I only watch it to show to see the funny commercials. When's the halftime show start? Like they do that type of shit, and that's like the girl virtue signal. That's the girl virtue signal is to be like, I don't even like football. I'm just here for the halftime show. You know, I hear Bad Bunny is gonna suck two dicks on stage. I think that's really cool and progressive of him. He's gonna wear a dress and he's gonna pull his dick out and he's gonna jack off to two dudes fucking. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so cool. Trump's gonna be fucking angry. Trump's gonna be mad about that one. You know, like it's don't be you don't gotta love sports. Don't be a woman though. You know, this like shit. Um, the disdain for sports has always baffled me. It's not nerd behavior, it's hate directed poorly, IMO. I mean, I think it's nerd rage, you know? Like when I figured out the concept of nerd rage, a lot of things started to make sense to me. So many things started to make sense to me, you know? Um it's perfect sense too, you know? Um excuse me. Um it's a you know people who could never just let it go, people who hold the grudge, you know, people who they had this oh 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 no, that's a replay. That's a replay we just saw. But yeah, people like nerds have this thing where they think because they are a little bit smarter than the average bear, they think they're the best. Oh, would you look at that? It's Jay-Z. Yeah, that's exactly who I want to see right now. But nerds have this thing where because they have slightly above average intelligence, not even like super intelligence, just like midwit stuff, slightly above average, you know? Um because of that, they assume that the world owes them something because they're so smart. They think they have something to say just because they're that much smarter than like anybody at a fucking like local middle school or something like that, you know? And when they aren't taken 1,000,000% seriously at all times, when they're not allowed to be like annoying and gay, when they're just like when people are like, "Yo, dude, you're getting on my nerves," they take it very personally and they get very angry about it. And they dropping back for the pass. Oh, nice. Wide open. Hell yeah. That was like a gain of 20 or more. But yeah, it's just like to to be that way is like so awful, you know? And what happens with these guys is they remember that thing that was said to them back in like sophomore year of high school, back in like 7th grade or whenever, and they make a lifelong judgment about it. They make a oh, ah man, that was a loss of like 3 or 4, but they make like a lifelong judgment and they will try to intellectualize that judgment, you know? And that's what happens with a lot of people. So like I do think it's a nerd rage thing. I think it's nerd rage, you know? Me, like, hey, you know, I'm Irish and Italian. If there's two people that can hold grudges, it's Irish and Italian people, you know? And they have different ways that they hold the grudges too, you know? The Irish way of holding a grudge is very in your face. It's on site. It's like, oh, there's McClanahan. I'm Hey McClanahan, I'm going to fuck you up because of that thing you said to me 7 years ago. Like, that's the way they are. But then you have the Italian side, which is like it's very fiery, but also they can kind of like hold it in a little bit to scheme to try and like find a way to pull you into an alleyway and fucking shoot you in the head, like like mafia vendetta type shit. I totally get holding grudges. I understand it, you know, but like I've had to. Geez, it's like it's third and 15. That's not fun. I totally get it, is what I'm saying. Ah, fuck. The offensive line is just fucking failing. You know, they've been failing the whole time, but they've it's been being made up for by like big plays from the backfield, you know. Um Man, but um like what I'm trying to say, I'm watching and trying to talk. It's like watching and playing. It's like talking and playing video games. I can do one or the other, but like I totally understand holding grudges. I get it. That's something I tend to do as well. You know, ooh, tackled just after the 10. I will take that. But um I understand holding grudges, but I've had to learn not to hold grudges that way, you know? And it's a much better way of being, that's for sure, you know? I don't like jocks type of people who think they're tough when they aren't. I also hate bullies. Well, yeah, of course, you know? Nobody, I think what you're saying, oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I think what you're saying, Mig Gaming, is that nobody likes assholes. Which, yeah, I would have to agree. Assholes suck, you know. And Dismodo. I have so many customers talking shit about the Bad Bunny halftime. LMAO. Yeah, I tried to talk about this last time. Um, you had tennis class, Neon? Tennis class? What the fuck is tennis class? Holy shit. Did you have equestrian too? Did you go to like Richie Rich's high school for the well-to-do? You had tennis class. Bet you had water polo too. Fucking. Anyway, jokes aside, I had so many customers talking shit about the Bad Bunny halftime. LMAO. Yeah, like I tried to talk about this last night, and I did just about as good a job as I have been doing talking right now. There's a commercial on, so I can ignore it for a second and actually explain it. Like Bad Bunny definitely utilized outrage marketing to get more attention for his halftime show, which is a smart move on his part. And it's really insidious because it's like utilize like imagine utilizing hatred for pedophilia. Imagine pretending you're a pedophile to get people so angry that they want to watch your YouTube video just to tell you you're a piece of shit, and you just collect the money from the YouTube video where you pretended to be a pedo or something, right? Like that's essentially what Bad Bunny did, except instead of it being something as heinous as that, he utilized white hatred, anti-white hatred. He sat there on whatever show he went on a month or two ago and he was like, "Hey, papi, if you want to understand my halftime show, you need to learn Spanish." He did that fucking bullshit, you know, which everybody knows why he said that. Everybody knows who he was talking to when he said that, right? He wasn't just talking to non-Spanish speakers. He wasn't talking to say black people. No, 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 no. He was talking to white people. He was talking to white people is what he was doing. So it's like on one hand, like it's outrage marketing, so you should not give into it. You should not be mad about it. You need to understand this is spiritual warfare that he's taking part in. But on the other hand, yeah, I think there should be some semblance of talk shit get hit where it's like, oh, you're gonna talk shit? All right, well fuck you then. fuck you, you cross-dressing Rican. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, I get it. I get it, right? And it's like I've said, as a reggaeton fan, fairly recent one. I've been listening to it for the last like 5 or so years, right? Basically, when I met my wife, she's Brazilian, but she also listens to reggaeton. She introduced me to a lot of it. Bad Bunny is not even that good. He's not bad, but he's not that good. There's a lot of dudes who are a lot better than Bad Bunny, you know. Ozuna, Chencho Corleone, Corleone. I forget how he says his name exactly. Onwell, right? Those are three dudes. If you decided you wanted to get into reggaeton, I would highly recommend, right? Um, but when it comes to Bad Bunny, because he's doing the whole gender bending thing, he's getting industry support because the industry is the industry is Epstein. We'll say that. The industry is Epstein, so they want to they want to push that type of thing, you know. There's a reason why On is not on the halftime show. Yeah. Oh shit. Nah, that wasn't good. There's a reason why On was not on the halftime show, you know. There's a reason why Ozuna was not on the halftime show, and it's because they have a semblance of self-respect and they're not going to dress like women. You know, that's why. Um, so yeah, it's like when it comes to that shit, we're not gonna watch it. I'm not even. I mean, my wife might want to watch it. I don't know, but me personally, I'm not gonna be paying attention and being like, "Oh, this is what's happening. He just did this. Oh yeah, I know this song. He's singing this song." I'm literally gonna turn on Arc Raiders for the half hour to 45 minutes that it's gonna be on. Yes, loss of yards. So there was a pass for a first down by Seattle, and then they just ran the ball on first, and there was a loss of about, yeah, I was going to say like 5 to 10. It's 2nd and 15 right now, which is very good. Industry is done exactly, you know. Daddy Yankee was the biggest. Oh yeah, like Daddy. People in America don't know Daddy Yankee, but if you threw on Gasolina, a lot of people would be like, oh shit, this is nice, hell yeah, you know. Peace out, Neon. Catch you later. Um, but yeah, like um what was I gonna say? Sorry, I'm like waiting for the play. Yes, incomplete. Hell yeah, go fuck yourselves, Seattle. See, shit, addle. Go fuck yourselves, shit, addle. Um, man, but um, um, sorry, I'm reading some stuff. Scott, have you thought about changing careers and becoming a reggaeton artist yourself? I'm gonna become a funkero, which is baby, is it pronounced funkero or funkero? Funkero. Yeah, I'm gonna become a Brazilian funk MC. They're gonna call me MC Huivo. Huivo is a redhead in Portuguese. Um, but yeah. What's going on, Mid Melfi? How you doing? Um, I was gonna say something about that. You know, I was talking, but yeah, we're gonna be playing Arc Raiders. You know, for the halftime show. We ain't fucking around with that like dumb shit. You know, that's the best thing you can do is be like, I ain't watching this. I ain't even paying attention to it. I ain't even gonna talk about it like that. You know. Um. Oh. Dude. What are you doing running backwards? Oh man. Damn. Dude's really going for it. You got to give that to him, you know. Have I been here before, my good sir? I don't recognize you, Mig Gaming, but welcome. You know, I appreciate you popping in. Thank you. Can't wait for the Scotty Rockers to play the halftime show. Hell yeah, it's gonna be a Scotty Rockin' halftime show. Oh yeah, yeah, the industry. Yeah, like the industry's dead. Who do they have for the halftime show? It's a cross-dressing Puerto Rican, and they're gonna have what's it been 40 years since uh Green Day has been like in their prime. It's been like 40 fucking years, you know? Like there's no the industry's dead, you know? Uh oh, yep, pushing right through the pile. But yeah, the industry's dead and a lot of people, right? Like they do the same thing that they used to do with mainstream media. Like mainstream media is like genuinely dead and nobody talks about it anymore. But I can remember for years people would be like, the mainstream media, you can't fucking trust them. You can't trust the mainstream media, dude. Those guys are idiots and they're lying. But the second something would come on the mainstream media, everyone would flip the fuck out. So it was a double think situation where you can't trust the media, don't even bother watching, they don't matter, they're irrelevant, but also, holy shit, did you see what was on the news? We're in the same situation with the music industry right now, where people, for some reason, they have not realized that the Grammys don't matter. And just because somebody wins a Grammy, it doesn't mean that that person is validated. What that means is the Grammys are just that much of a joke, and that's the way that it is. These are I'm watching Brazilian football right now. I'm like literally like I have a Brazilian broadcast of the Super Bowl right now. So I'm watching Brazilian I'm watching Brazilian um yes, commercials. What do you call them? Comercial? Comercial. Comercial brasileira. Uh, fluent. But yeah, like if somebody wins a Grammy, that just tells me I don't need to pay attention to them. Is really what it is, you know. If somebody wins a Grammy, that just means the Grammys are stupid. So whatever, you know. Oh, excuse me. Everything has to be politicized now. Exactly, you know. Exactly. Who grew up in New Hampshire? Hi, Ecuador. Talking to James 4177. Oh, Adam Sandler's a Pats fan. Oh yeah, you know. Actually, Adam Sandler, he mentions Brockton, Massachusetts in the Coneheads movie because that's where his parents were from. His parents were from Massachusetts, Brockton specifically. That's why he's got all these like you know, he's always wearing like Bruins stuff and all this other shit, you know. It's all right. Honestly, Adam Sandler seems like a good guy. If I can like I'd like to believe Adam Sandler's a cool dude, you know. What's like he doesn't make the greatest movies, but like I don't think that's the point. People have people have people have wondered about him for a long time where it's like, yo, is he just making these movies so that a production company can bankroll vacations for him and his buddies? And if that's true, it's like, damn, that rules. What's not to like about that? That's like such a cool thing to do to be like, yeah, yo, we're making a movie. Ha ha. Wink wink. Let's go to Africa. We're going on a safari. And I guess we'll shoot a movie there too. But hey, David Spade, Kevin James, Chris Rock. Hey, hey, old SNL buddies. Let's get our asses to Africa. It's about that time now, you know. Oh, it looks like somebody might be hurt. I could be wrong though. And it looks like it was a Patriot. So that's unfortunate if that's true. But Scott hypnotized by the most powerful rabbi. Yeah. Yeah. That's actually the dude on that looks like Vance. Number 14, I think that's their quarterback on the Seahawks. That looked like Vance. That's funny as shit. Vance is playing for the Seahawks. Yeah, Happy Gilmore was a great movie. Happy Gilmore 2. Yeah, it was kind of, yeah. But, like whatever. Oh, what happened? I had my must have been a sack maybe. No, it's 3rd and 5, so it's no big deal. Anyway, 3rd and 5. and the pass game has not been working very well lately. So it's making me nervous. I think they need to pass unless they're gonna feign a pass and then they're gonna feign a pass and go for the run, which has not worked either. The run game has been working. We've been making gains of like 5 to 7 yards each time, but the two or three times that they've showed a pass, but it's actually turned out to be a run, has been it hasn't been working. They're blitzing very well, and because of that, they're not. It's just not working out. But at the very least, I think we might be in field goal range, so we can at least get on the board. And no, we are not in field goal range. I was mistaken. See, it's a second quarter right now. Seahawks are only up by 3 so far. Gonna knock on wood there. Waterboy is a great movie, and it didn't have a quarterback as a main character. Oh yeah, Waterboy. Like Adam Sandler gets shit for his movies, and that's because he found a formula that worked, and he did it until it was more than dead. He wasn't just puppeting a dead body. He like attached strings to the fossilized skeleton, and he's like puppeting it. And in the early 90s, when that was a new thing from him, that was really funny, you know? Or like, even if the guy's not stupid, even, I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Incomplete pass. That rules. Good shit on number zero. You don't tend to see number zero in sports. In oh man, you don't tend to see the number zero in football. I feel like but yeah, like back when that was a new thing, that was like mad funny. That was so good, you know. But yeah, like eventually it did get boring and like repetitive and annoying. Like Hubie Halloween was dude, really? Ah, you got to be fucking kidding. Wow, really? Oh, dude, you got to be kidding me. So many fucking so many chances. That was a big run for them. That was a big run for the Seahawks. That's not good. Jack and Jill had 5 minutes of funny. Yeah, like, and that's the thing with a modern Sandler movie. You're lucky if you get 5 minutes of funny. You know. Oh, oh shit. Oh yeah. Oh man. Damn. There was a swatted pass. There was a swatted pass. Fucking somebody batted the pass out of the air. That was sick. And I thought the way it looked like it was being played, it looked like somebody was picking it up from the Patriots side. So 2nd and 10 right now. They're running it up the mid. Wow. Oh my god, dude, that's a touchdown, isn't it? No, it's not. But I don't like that. I don't like the momentum coming. Adam Sandler post 2005, most of his movies I don't find enjoyable or funny. Yeah, and it's kind of like post 2005, I feel like is when he started like, nah, we're just going to dick around, you know? He does like a lot of his movies he films around here too. Like he filmed multiple movies in the area that I grew up, you know? His second son is clearly from his wife's Brazilian jiu-jitsu instructor. Talking about who, Brady? Who, Brady? Or are you talking about Brady or Adam Sandler right now? Oh, wow, that was nice. If we can stop him in field goal range, I'm cool with another field goal from Seattle. It's like whatever, who gives a shit? It's still a one touchdown game. I just don't want a touchdown and a field goal because when it comes to these games, it matters. That's how we've won most of our Super Bowls and championship games. Is the what's it called? Is like a 3 point lead. Like it's fucking crazy. I'll take an Adam Sandler movie over a Jack Black film any day. He's more insufferable to me. Oh, yo, yo, oh, yo. Holy shit. The fuck no, no, they're gonna they no. That's the Patriots fucking he threw they better challenge that. They better challenge that because the yeah, that was oh yeah, that was a pass. That's a forward pass. Oh no wait, no, because it's a forward pass, excuse me. I I I look, I it's been a long time since I've been like too familiar with the rules of football. If it's a forward pass, that is an incomplete pass, so it's not a turnover. If it, oh, oh yes, hell yeah, perfect. But if the ball is released by the quarterback and it's deemed a pass, right? That's just an incomplete pass. The ball is dead. But if the quarterback rears back and he doesn't make forward motion, or like I think it's like a certain point when the forward motion happens, it's considered a fumble and it's a free ball, you know. Yeah, Jack Black is just awful, you know. Like Jack Black was funny when I was in the seventh grade and I didn't know how cringe I was being, you know, and oh, right down the middle, and that is Jack Black, you know, that is Jack Black. He's funny when you're in the seventh grade. That song "Kickapoo" from I think it was Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. That's like, haha, hilarious. I sing it to my mom. To my mom. What the fuck? I sing it to my wife every now and again, not because I think it's funny, but because her reaction is funny. You know. But like the song itself is like, ugh, 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 you know. Jack Black is the kind of guy who, back in 2008, he convinced everybody that the word awesome is comedy. Just saying awesome is the peak of comedy, you know? And it's like, look, like, you know, kids, it's good to make things that are targeted for kids, don't get me wrong, but even like that's all he's good for, and that tells you the caliber of actor he is, you know? When it comes to the caliber of actor that this guy is, it's like nah. Nah, you know. Currently watching the stupid bowl but getting drunk, so I don't care. Oh, are you just here for the halftime show, Cherry? Is that it? Is that it? You're just here for the half I'm just here for the halftime show and the commercials. Um they should have gotten Jack Black on Fish Tank. That would have been fun to see Jack Black on Fish Tank, you know. Try to convince him to stay, you know. Yeah, skadoosh. It's like, holy fuck, man. Betting on the Pats was a dumb thing to do. I bet on the Pats, you know, because of course I did. Jack Black is funny if you find people shouting profanity funny. Exactly. That's a good one, you know. The fact it's only 6-0 is a huge success by the Pats defense. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so, you know. Um the Pats are not playing bad. They're just the offensive line fails them right now when they really need it. That is one thing. The offensive line needs to figure out the defense. And then there's just been some things that have happened for the Seahawks that have not happened for the Patriots. A couple of big drives, couple of big plays, you know. But it could just as easily happen for the Patriots. If the Patriots score a touchdown, it's a tie game, and an extra point puts them ahead by one. And like I said, in these Super Bowl games, a lot of Super Bowls are not very high scoring and they're not very wide margins either. It usually comes down to a touchdown, a field goal, you know, a 2-point conversion. It usually comes down to stuff like that, you know. If they keep it one score and come out halftime with the ball, it could be okay, but offense needs some movement. Yeah, for sure. I definitely, you know. Oh man, you enjoying the game, baby? My wife, my my wife's doing lawyer shit. My life. She is my life. My wife's doing lawyer shit on her computer. Mm. It is it is really weird to me to see how the new kickoff protocol goes, you know. I guess it's like safer and it's like okay, I guess that's cool, you know? But it's like how unsafe was the former way anyway, you know? Like obviously it's never a good thing when somebody gets seriously injured, but like statistically, you know, statistically, was it that bad? He broke through a little bit. That's like a gain of 3 or 4. And that's like the run game is what's helped. The run game is what's working for them right now. They're actually doing a good job of shutting down the Seahawks run game. That last drive notwithstanding. And the Patriots run game is working out very well for them. I think they need to continue with that run game for the most part, you know? Um, they got to keep it on the ground for now, you know? I say that as there's a pass and a sack for a loss of at least 10 yards. Like, I'm not a football guy. I'm not going to be an armchair fucking quarterback here. But the offense, like I said about the offensive line, they're not holding up against the Seahawks defense. So why are they dropping back for passes like that? You know, you see the Patriots guard getting manhandled by a much bigger dude, you know? Nothing, you know? And that's what's happening. I think it's play calling is what's doing it right now, where like the Patriots are not calling plays properly, you know? And that's annoying. It's it's one thing when you see looks like there's a fucking fight going on. it's 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 one thing when you see like oh the plays are just not working, nothing they do is working. That's one thing. It's another thing when it's like one type of play is working, another type of play is not working. Let's fuck around with that type of play that's not working. That's frustrating to see, you know. um still not used to the new kickoff, and I still think the NFL regular season being 16, even though it's 17. It's 17 now. I never knew how many games they played. You know, um, Jack Black peaked with School of Rock and has done the same performance for the past 20 years. Yeah, you know, like it's 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 tough being a performer thinking up new material. Like it's tough doing that as say like a stand-up comedian. That's hard. But I think it's easier to do it as a stand-up comedian compared to if you were like a different kind of comedian, right? Um, because it's not easy. Like you have a certain look to you, you have a certain cadence, excuse me, you have a certain everything that you kind of can't really change. So because of that, you're almost stuck in one thing depending on what you find and how good that thing is, you know? And it puts you in a place where it's just like you know? Um but yeah, it's like no wonder Adam Sandler has not really branched out too much. Tips for adding kicks into combinations. Um, well, you can do it a couple of ways. You can either go kick heavy or punch heavy, and what I mean by that is um there's different ways that you're going to do that depending on how you fight. Like me, I fight more like a Dutch kickboxer than anything. So me, like when I add kicks to combinations, it's typically going to be on the end of a combination, and it's going to be a low kick to the lead leg because that's the easiest place for me to throw a kick to. Now, if I was more of a Thai style kicker, I might throw very unrobust combinations, very simple, very uncommitted combinations. Instead of really turning into everything I'm throwing, I might throw more just from the arm, right? Like jab, cross, kick, right? I might say start off with a kick, right? I might go kick, cross, hook, kick, right? That's something you can do even as like a Dutch kickboxer, but it's going to be a little bit different between a Dutch kickboxer and a Thai stylist, or like as a lot of Muay Thai guys might call it, a Muay Mat versus a like anybody else, like Muay Femur, or anything like that, Um, I mean, there's tons of different ways you can do it. We have a run, and oh, you got to be kidding me, dude! Damn it! I feel like the Seahawks, their running game is starting to come together for them, and I don't like that very much. I feel like even though the Patriots are not that far behind, they're just behind enough that the Seahawks are starting to get these 7 to 10 yard gains per play with their running game. It's not fun. Right up the middle, and that is not quite a first down, I don't think. But still, they're close enough. It's like, um, the Super Bowl made me think of the Vivek Ramaswamy tweet where he complained about not celebrating the mathematician over the jock or something. Exactly. Like you can like, yeah, Of course Vivek would Vivek, whatever his dumbass fucking Elder Scrolls Morrowind name is. Yeah, like of course he would say something like that. He couldn't play football. You know, he was not physical enough. He was not athletic enough. It just wasn't gonna work for him. I bet he would have loved to play. Oh, shit. Nice. Okay, sick. Third and third and 10 now. No, it's gonna be second and 10. Excuse me. They gave them that first down. Okay, huh? Yeah, but like you don't I respect the word of somebody who played sports and was like serious about them when they say, yeah, sports ball's trash. I respect that person, you know. I don't respect the guy who couldn't do it because it's a cope otherwise. Oh, dropping back for that pass. A complete. Damn. That sucks. Um, Looking around here. Uh, any thoughts on 12 round kick? What's 12 round kick? I don't know. I don't know what 12 round kick is, Benjamin Young. Scott, you got to wear a reggae beanie for the halftime show. I should. I definitely should. Oh, dude, you got wow, bouncing right off him. Mm, bouncing right off the guy with the ball. That sucks. Vance is doing a pretty good job as the Seahawks quarterback. All right, let's see here. Oh, oh, dude, they're fucking bouncing off him. It's like dudes are running into him, hoping they're gonna fall over. It's like holy shit. Anyone that says sports ball is unironically is severely lame. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, 1-2 round kick. Oh yeah, of course. That's a good one. That's that's a foundational technique. That's a fundamental um that's a fundamental combination. You need to know 1-2 round kick. Whether you're a Thai Specialist, meaning like again, like Muay Femur, or like, just a kick heavy guy, or if you're more on the lines of, say, like like a Dutch style guy, you know? Like, it's good for everybody. So you definitely need to do it. Um he does look like Vance S Terminus. But yeah, like, if you want to learn how to kick off of, there's a big blitz coming. Incomplete. Yes. If you want to learn how to, if you want to learn how to, or just get better at kicking off of your punches, you need to work on your footwork in your punching combinations, as well as, um, like timing and weight distribution and things like that. Because if I want to throw a rear kick and my weight is on top of my fucking like back leg, I can't like try and just throw it. I have to take the weight off the back leg with, say, like a step or something like that. Which is not, it's not the obviously, I'm not like going to be able to do a great job of describing that. It'd be better if I could show you, but I can't show you right now. But you got to get good with weight distribution. You got to get good with footwork, and you got to get good with um just understanding like where everything needs to be and when, you know. There's something inherently sinister about taking a Sunday out of the month to destroy your body and yell at a bunch of blacks playing football on the television. Um, I mean, everybody needs something, though. I will say that. Like, as as good as it is to be aware politically, or even socially, of all the shit that's going on in the world, and how everything's fucked and everything is awful and all this other stuff, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, I have 11 people watching right now, apparently. Between YouTube, there's 6 people, so that means there's another 5 people between Kick and Twitch. um, there is nothing we can do about any of the bad shit that's going on in the world. So because of that, what are you going to do? Like, you might as well find some way to have a bit of a release. And if football is that release for 16 weeks out of the year, then whatever, bro. Go ahead. That's up to you. I can't wait for this dumb game to be over so I can watch the Winter Olympics ice skating on after. Me either. Can't wait. So how would you teach it? Third strike is what counts, or all hits all in? You see, that's a bad way to think about it. Like, oh, how would I teach that? I'd teach it both ways. Like, there's no reason not to teach it both ways. You should teach it both ways and explain the difference in context between, like, hey, like, you want to do it this way this time. You want to do it that way that time. Um it's not a one-dimensional this is the way you do it thing. There's more to it than that. Damn, they are on the goal line right now. The Pats are on that goal line. Holy shit. Um, Scott's got another 50 grand on women's skating in the Olympics. I don't know his picks or the spread. I want to see I want to see the spread, all right. I want to see the spread, all right. On those male I mean female ice skaters. Female ice skaters. You could do a lot of damage with 11 people. We're getting a little we're getting a little dangerous, eh? Getting a little dangerous. Yeah, we are on the goal line. Oh shit. Yeah, like that's a gain of like 3 or 4. It's going to be like second and 6 probably. And second and 7. It's like, man, we got to keep it on the ground. It hasn't been the passing game has not been working out, you know. It's less that anything to do with trying to upend the power structure we're demolished by, and more that you could we are demolished by, and more that you could be doing literally anything else more fulfilling. I say that as I type this message. Yeah, well, I mean, you as gay as redditors are, you do just have to let people enjoy things at a certain point, you know. I'm not gonna shit on anyone because, like, again, I wouldn't be watching this if it wasn't for the Patriots playing. The Patriots are playing, so I'm watching and I'm having a good time with it, you know. So, like, I don't even particularly care that much about football in the first place. But, like, I understand that, especially if your team is in the especially if your team is in the Super Bowl, I totally get it, you know? Comedy writing and acting and being funny is extremely hard. Oh yeah, I know that firsthand, you know? It's not an easy task. It's not an easy feat, you know? What has been working for them, uh what has been working for the Patriots is screen passes. They could easily start throwing screen passes, but they aren't doing that for some reason. I don't know why. Um, Scott, be ready. Scott, be ready if the Pats start losing bad. You have to drive down there and help them win the game with your karate powers and skills. Hell yeah. You're gonna see me on the field. You're gonna see me on the field karate chopping dudes in helmets. Hiya! And they're lining up for another pass. Oh, that is a completed pass. Yes, sir. Thank the Lord. Anyway, yeah, like, it's tough. It's tough doing comedy, you know, as somebody who dabbled in it. And I've dabbled in it more than just with the MDE guys, you know, but the MDE guys was the first time that I was actually legitimately in front of more than just like 10 people because I did a YouTube video or something like that, you know. Uh you see, that's a gain of like 3 or 4. Like, that's fantastic. You got it, you know. You might as well keep running the ball. Um but yeah, like I don't know, it's just tough. It's just tough. Especially that, like, me, I'm someone, the more planning, the more preparation, the better. I am best with planning and preparation. I'm best with planning and preparation. And the MDE crew is not a planning and preparation kind of crew, as you guys know. So that's part of the reason why there were some times where I kind of failed, is because I'm here like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Especially because the way that they are, you'll do something that you think is cool and it won't land right, or even if it does land right, somebody in the basement or somebody like at the office is like, I didn't really like that. And now you're like, oh, there's been a flag. Hopefully it's an offsides or an encroachment. But because you did something that somebody didn't think was very funny, or they didn't like it very much or something like that, all of a sudden you're like not getting hit up anymore, or fuck it, yeah, that's just what we need, is a false start. Um like that may, if I'm being honest with you, that did make it tough. Now that I'm kind of on the other side of the fish tank thing, not that I wouldn't go back for a blood game situation, but there's no way I'm going to be back other than that, you know. Like, yeah, that did kind of make it a little fucking tough sometimes, if I'm just being honest about it. Is like, I don't know where the line is. Whoa. Oh, you lay out for that, dude. You got to lay out for that one. Again, why are they throwing right now? The run game is working. Why are they throwing? But um if they can just hold them to this 3 minutes, if they can just keep a touchdown or a field goal drive for this 3 minutes, they get the ball back to start the second half. And that's nice, you know? But, oh, man. Oh, actually, that's not a terrible. Oh, what? You fucking block in the back. Anyway, yeah, like, what I was saying though is like, from the standpoint of somebody who doesn't like to show up somewhere and not add to what's going on, as somebody who doesn't want to just show up and be dead weight, like it did make it tough when I was told like, hey, you're going to be a part of this thing. And then like I'm afraid that like I'm going to do something and because of that like I'm going to get deaded behind my back or something like that, and all of a sudden I'm not getting hit up anymore, which is what happened, you know. Or like like even if it's not like a I don't get hit up thing, like all of a sudden I'm being treated differently, which also happened. Like I didn't get hit up for season 3. I know that was because of the bitch tank stuff. And then when I come for Blood Games too, I get this weird feel from some of the people there, and it's like I feel like I'm not welcome. So I stopped showing up for Blood Games too. I showed up when Soda Man or Xavier would hit me up, and they'd be like, "Oh, hey, we have a rehearsal." But other than that, I was like, "Whatever. You don't want somebody to help with building the set. Fuck it. I got better things to do." you know. Um, so yeah, like it's tough. You want to be able to do what they tell you you're here for, and you're just like no plan for one thing, and then for another thing you also are like, oh, if I do this, are they gonna be mad at me? You know. Um, we get it, Scott. Letty ruined your life. Now watch the game. Yeah, that fucking bitch Letty. That fucking bitch Letty. Fuck Letty. Fuck her, dude. Cage disappeared when the world needed him most. Yeah. Now he turned black and he's fighting off home invaders now. Fish Tank season 5 is in Atlanta now. Yeah, yeah. I knew that. Nick Rochefort is a funny bust your balls kind of guy, while Charles and Sam are more experimental. Yeah. Yeah, Nick Rochefort is funny, you know. Um I got to see MDE stand up live in Mobile, Alabama last year. That's pretty sick. I never got to see the stand up because they never did. Like I think they did stand up in like Cambridge once, and I didn't go because I think I had something that day, and I was like, I'm sure they're gonna come back. I'm sure they're gonna do it again. No, they did like 2 tours and they never came back to. They never came back to Massachusetts, you know. So I was like, oh shit. Um, I think you meant thank you, Zomer Jejre, and thank you for being here with me. I appreciate that. Man, completed pass, and he's taken down as soon as it's completed. Um, do you do leg extensions for kick power? No, I just throw kicks. Literally, the best way to build power is to just get reps in. I'm a firm believer in that. I get it that like in theory, if I'm doing weightlifting or some other kind of resistance based exercise, it will build power. And I'm not opposed to say like certain things, like say I might do squats, right? I might go squat kick, right? Body weight. And there's other exercises that I might do. There's a first down for Seattle for sure. Um, but like when it comes down to it, I prefer to just throw kicks, because you do a couple of things. Um, the Russians. I was watching a video about this. Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody knows the Russians are very well known for doping. They are dopes. They are dopers, right? That's what they do. Um, but they do have a theory of strength building outside of sticking a needle in your ass, that does seem to really, really work. And that is that it's not just muscular. There is a neuromuscular aspect to it. Doing the reps, doing them as best you can, and doing as many of them as possible. Not like front loading it all, not like 1,000 reps a day, but like just making the practice perfect practice so that it makes perfect. You know, there's a saying by Cal Ripken: practice doesn't make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. That's 100% true. So when it comes to building power on punches or kicks, I think you need to focus mainly on getting the technique down and doing as many of them as you can over the course of an extended period of time. Not burning yourself out, but just making sure the muscle memory is there, and working on explosiveness and directness and other things like that, you know. Excuse me. East Germans, USSR, on the forefront of strength training and early steroids. Oh yeah, 100%, you know. Scott, is your wife caught you gooping for Joopy in her SpongeBob boxers? What the fuck is that? What is what is what is that? You know, she's caught me once or twice in my SpongeBob boxers, but I don't know. I don't know what gooping for Joopy is. What the oh, what? What? Um um I've heard they don't do tours in mass specifically because you live in that state. I don't know if that's a rumor though. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me, you know. Um Thanks for the priceless advice. That was a great answer. Hey, I'm happy to help. Jupiter, Neptune, Jet's sister. You know, I did like I thought Jet was joking when he said he had a sister. I thought that was like a joke. But no, she actually, like, he does have a sister. I didn't meet her when she came out. I after Bitch Tank, I was like, okay, I tried to be cool with these guys. I tried to be there to make sure that I was like there in case they need help with something. I tried to be a team player, you know. Oh, yes, perfect. That's exactly what we need, was stopping momentum like that. But I try I after Bitch Tank, I was like, all right, like, I'm not gonna get too buddy buddy with these guys this time. I'm not gonna get too friendly with them. I'm not gonna make myself too available. So when I showed up, and like one of the things that we were doing was like basically making sure there weren't like mad fucking beer bottles, because I guess there was gonna be like a party because she was coming to visit. I was like, oh, that's crazy. Haha. All right. And then I left that day and I never got to meet her, you know, but like she was here. Oh my gosh. Oh, wow. An extra. It's like these dudes, it's like these dudes got fucking like Teflon on them. They're just slipping off. No Scott, no fish tank. Yep. Well, you know, um, the Jet Neptune backstory is kind of sad. I mean, you know, I think a lot of people's backstory is kind of sad. Um, you know, hey, it's good what Jet's been able to do with Fish Tank. You know, it's good. It's good what Jet's been able to do with his life. You know, it's good that he seems to have turned a negative to a positive. You know, good for him. I'm not angry at these guys. I'm not like upset at anything. I'm very glad that I was able to take part in it. But like also, um like, without absolutely shitting on them, and without being like, you want to know what this guy said backstage once, you want to know what they said about the fans one time, without being that kind of guy. Like, I will be honest about like how I felt about specifically the end of the involvement that I had, where it's like, well, okay, it seems like you guys made some bad decisions and you were looking for anybody you could blame. or take it out on, and I just happened to be there, so you made me and maybe one or two other people the object of your derision for a little while, low key. Because of course there was never like yo Scott, we don't need you here right now, you can go home, or like yo, don't bother coming in a couple of days, we're not going to have anything for you. There was never any conversation like that until one day I woke up to an email from Bill Ottman, where it was like literally like it was something like, thanks for the push over the last couple of months, we're going to move forward with fresh people, definitely stay in touch. I'm pretty sure that's like word for word what was said. And I'm not like, Bill Ottman's an all right guy, but you're not going to send Bill Ottman to have a conversation with me. I'm sorry, I've been around longer than him, you know. So I went right to Sam and Jet. I'd sent them a group chat. I was like, yo, is this what you want? And they were like, yeah, nothing to do with Bitch Tank, but season 3 is a different story. So I was like, if that's what you want, it's all good. I'll back off. Catch you guys later. You know? Um man. Um Scott sniffed the seat that Jet Neptune's sister said. Whoa. Whoa. Um she could have been, nah. I wouldn't do that. It's like I said, I'm not angry at them, you know. And if they wanted me involved and there was a good enough reason for me to be involved, like if the money was right, if I did not have anything else that I absolutely positively had to do, I'd do it, you know? Like if they announced Blood Games 2 was happening this summer and some of the same people that were involved in the original Blood Games 2 were there, yeah, I'd make the time to be able to do Blood Games 2. Of course, you know? Um like this is like, I'm not angry, but also like it's been well over a year since my last involvement with Fish Tank where something actually happened, right? And I mean, like I'm not being paid to be quiet, you know. To say something what to oh uh-oh nice. um Joe, like, references to Sam's earlier videos aside, like it's not like I'm being an asshole. I'm just being honest about some things that, like, when it happened at the time I was like, "Oh, I don't really like that." Or like, "Oh, that was weird." Or "Oh, hey, like this seems to be why all of a sudden I was just not involved." It went from no Scott, no Fish Tank to no Scott, yes Fish Tank, you know? Um Sounds like it was just a season 3 thing though. I mean, maybe it was, you know, but like that brings in dude, they're in field goal range again. Fuck. Shit. Damn it. They're going to kick a field goal at least. They are at least going to kick a field goal if they don't score a touchdown. Oh, that might have been incomplete. That might have been incomplete. Nah, but yeah. I mean, maybe. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Actually, that was complete. Oh, wow. Nice. He dug that out. Good for him. That almost was not a completed pass. Oh, actually, that. Oh no, that was not a completed pass. That hit. Yeah, that hit the ground, bounced, and then he had it. It bounced on the ground. So that is not a completed pass. That's a tough one, actually. I'd challenge that because, you know, you might as well. Oh, there's a booth review. They don't even have to challenge it. But yeah, like I don't know, like maybe there was maybe it was just a season 3 thing, right? Um If they didn't want you at all, they wouldn't have let you on Blood Games 2. False. They were looking for any and all help that they can get, and I had good word put in for me by the writing team at the time. So, you know. And Jet and Ben, they were not like tapped into Blood Games. So they were probably in a mood where they were just like, I trust your judgment. If you think he should be around, let's go for it, you know? But like, even if it was just a season 3 thing, it's like, look, I'm not a high maintenance person. At the very least, they could have been like, hey man, shit's crazy right now. I don't know that we're going to be able to have you on. They could have come to me first before I had to be like, yo, Sam, am I going to be on? You know? Before they had that dude from what's his face? Sticker Mule come in and teach some self-defense to the fish. Something that they know is kind of my thing, so they're not going to have me on the season, and they're going to let this dude walk in and teach self-defense, which again gave a lot of shitty people a lot of ammo to shit on me. I just did not appreciate that, you know. I'm not someone who's going to try to purposefully give people shit, or not give people shit. Well, yeah, I try not to give people shit in the first place, but like I also try to make sure that I don't give the asshole fans, the parasocial hate watch fans, I try to make sure I don't give them any sort of a, oh man, I thought that was an interception for a second, but no. Anyway, I I try to make sure that I don't give the parasocial hate watch fans any ammunition to legitimately go after anybody. And I've failed at that before, and I still feel kind of shitty about that when I think about it. It's not a good feel for me when I think about the times where like I said or did something incredibly stupid that I should not have done. There is no wind. This ball is going wherever it's kicked. So that is a third. That is a third field goal. So it is now 9-0 going into the end of the second. Basically, there's 11 seconds left. Um, what was I gonna say? How much would you want to be close to Bert? Anyway, not at all. Fuck that. I'm, I'm, I'm all, I'm all set on that one. And you know, Bert started talking mad shit eventually, and I don't know, like we had a plan for him. We had a plan for him, and it was a good plan. And I mean, I guess it didn't come to fruition because Blood Games 2 never came to fruition. But I think that plan could have worked out, but he started talking a gang of shit, you know? I won't tell you what that plan was. I will just say there was a plan to try to make certain things right with Bert, you know? Um, but yeah, you know, thoughts on Sean versus Anthony. Sean versus Anthony. I got to be honest with you, Benjamin Young. I don't know what you're talking about there. I got to use a timeout. Um, Give me the backstory lore on the Scott Sullivan versus Sticker Mule guy versus the Sticker Mule guy. There's no backstory to that. Basically, what happened is the Sticker Mule guys came in. I would assume Sam figured out that one of the Sticker Mule guys is like a boxing guy, so he on the fly was like, "Oh, you know what? Haha, we're gonna have the boxing guy from Sticker Mule hold pads for Bert, just to show how Bert doesn't actually know how to fucking box." And after that happened, the Sticker Mule guy was like, "Hey man, I also teach self defense. I want to teach these people some self defense." To which Sam and Jet were like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." You know, it's like whatever. It just kind of happened that way. It's cool. I get it. Sometimes things like that happen, but like you have to be communicative and you have to be careful, or else people are going to take things a certain way. And I did confront Sam about that, you know. I won't bother like trying to read out the like what I said to him and shit like that, but the gist of it was like, look, man, I'm not angry and I'm not trying to pressure you to bring me in. I'm just saying, like, it's you gave a lot of bad people a lot of shit to be able to talk about me. I don't appreciate that. Could you just not do something like that again? Could you be a little more careful, you know? And his reaction was to tell me, "Oh, he's just the sticker mule guy," you know? And it's like, well, fucking whatever, you know, but you if I burned down your hell if I burned down your house and my reaction to that was, I mean, I was just trying to make you a grilled cheese, dude. You're not going to be like, "Oh, well, it's cool then," you know? What I'm saying is Sam burned down my house. All right, so we got the halftime show going. Like I said, we're not about to play. We're not about to play into that shit. I'm literally gonna play some Arc Raiders during the halftime show. Turn this shit off, baby. Oh yeah, you want to watch Gay Bunny? Excuse me. Yeah, he's just a friend. Yeah, yo, don't worry about him. He's just a friend. The boxing guy from season 3 was Sam's actual boxing, though. No, that wasn't. There were a few people that helped Sam out with his boxing training. It was me. I almost called him fucking Eric Estrada. The big six boxing guy. I feel bad because he was a nice guy and I forgot his name. But his name was Eric. He was actually an Olympian in 2004. He went to Athens, Greece for the 2004 Olympics. He fought there, so that's really cool. And then there was also a guy named Sean Bay who I've actually known for years. Um, and we all played a certain role, you know. Some of those roles overlapped, but yeah, that sticker mule guy was literally just like a sticker mule guy. That's not Sam's boxing trainer. That's not one of Sam's boxing trainers. Um, what wifey said leave it on, basically. I mean, literally, actually. Oh, Sean Strickland versus Anthony Hermendez. I don't know anything about that, honestly. I didn't even know Sean was Sean Strickland gonna be fighting what, like next weekend or something like that? Is that what's going on? I had no clue. You know, I don't pay too close attention to Sean Strickland. He's someone that like maybe I'll watch, maybe I won't. You know. But yeah, Scott to make a my experience with Jet Neptune video with a teary eyed thumbnail. Yeah, a, a teary eyed thumbnail, a noose around my neck, a gun to my head, a pill bottle in my hand, like ready to down it. Tylenol specifically, like a pill bottle that size, and it's Tylenol, like one you'd need two hands to hold. Ooh, where'd you get that? You got that earlier today? You get that earlier today? Oh. No, I got another thing from Schmova's. Oh. Excuse me. Scott, the Turning Point USA is the Scott, the Turning Point USA is the alternative halftime show. Oh boy, Turning Point USA. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? Erica Kirk twerking to fucking Nicki Minaj. Is that what's going on? Oh boy. Tell me about training Sam Hyde. I mean, I don't know what there is to tell. You know, I did a lot of pad holding for him. We also did a lot of sparring. The pad holding I did was, you know, people gave me shit when I said this a while ago, but the pad holding that I did for him was integral because my understanding is that he wasn't getting a lot of oh wow, that was a quick one. He wasn't getting a lot of preparation, specifically mental preparation and strategic training from the other guys. Sean Bay, he was mostly getting sparring with, and Jason Estrada. I fucked up his first name, not his last name. Jason Estrada. Um, I don't know exactly what was done, but the way Sam described it to me, it was a lot of bag work, a lot of drilling and stuff like that. Which like all of that has its needs. There's you need to be doing all of that, right? I'm not trying to say like Jason Estrada didn't do that much for him. That's not what I'm saying at all. Um, there we go. Jason and Sean all did a lot to help him. But I did something that they did not appear to do a ton of, which was situational. I wasn't just holding jab cross hook for him. A lot of the stuff that you saw on say fish tank when I would hold pads for him, that was just general like all right, we're working fundamentals, we're working combinations, we're working like basics and stuff like that, just to keep him sharp and to improve upon those, to keep that neuromuscular connection going and developing, you know? When it came to getting ready for the fight, there was a lot of working the ring. There was a lot of we would do 3 round bursts. Basically, when I say burst, what I mean is we would do simulated 3 round fights where the first round I'd be holding a lot of jabs for him. We'd be doing a lot of defense in that first round, basically making sure that he doesn't gas out, getting him used to the idea that he's going to be in a situation where he has to take and receive punches. Um, then the second round, I'd have him pick it up a little bit more. Um, and oh, there's somebody. And then the third round, I thought I saw somebody. I might be seeing things. And then the third round, it was a repeat of round one, just to try and get him used to the idea of like, okay, if I am up, I don't want to blow my load. I don't want to get so excited by the fact that there's one more fight and one more fight, one more round. Ooh, Dead Raider. I don't want him to get so excited. Jeez, picked clean. I don't want him to get so excited at the fact that there's one more round that he's like, oh shit, and he makes a mistake. He makes a bad move. So I wanted him to be relaxed during round three. Um, excuse me. Now, you know what? I'm going to see if I can. Oh, well. I'll take that arc circuitry, I suppose. That's what I did for Sam for his fight. So that's why, like, if I've ever been like, hey, I don't get the credit I deserve, it's not that I mean like Sam doesn't give me the credit I deserve necessarily, right? Like the guy bought me a $600 pair of winning gloves and he gave them to me on Fish Tank season 1 on the air. He kept me around for Fish Tank every season that he could, you know? Like it's not that Sam didn't do enough. It's what I'm saying is like the people who watch Fish Tank, the people who think they know about anything regarding Sam's fight, they don't because I had such an integral part. Like it is safe to say that if I was not doing what I did for Sam, including the sparring by the way, I sparred with him a lot too. It would be pad work and then sparring every day, right? Every day that I was with him, which was once or twice a week. If I did not do what I did for him, there's a good chance that it would not have went the way that it did. He would not have won. That is fair to say, you know? Sean Strickland is a paper tiger. Yeah, you know. I wish he would fight like he spars, and I think that's a good I think that's a good way to represent the way that combat sports are at the highest level, where it's like, if you think you're fighting in the UFC, you're not fighting, you're playing a sport. Sean Strickland fights when he spars. He doesn't fight when he fights in the UFC, you know? And it's because the way you have to fight, because of the damn it. I wanted to shoot that guy, but he's too far away now. I hit the wrong button. The way, like, it's just, you know, it's just dumb, you know, and it's annoying. And Bad Bunny's on right now. What if he got Charlie Kirked? That'd be awful. My wife's looking at me like, don't you say that. What, you don't think it would be awful if he got Charlie Kirked, baby? Yeah, of course it'd be awful. Did he have different fighting styles when he would pretend to be the Candy Kid? I don't know what you're talking about. He never pretended to be the Candy Man when he never pretended to be the Candy Man when we were training. He took training very seriously, a lot more serious than anybody on that card probably did, truth be told. It was not a joke to him because he was one of the people who, if he lost, it was like, well, I'm the right wing tough guy and I just lost a fight. So, you know, it's country and rock musicians. Of course it is, you know, butt rock and like kid rock tier country. You know, a uh a a guy who acted as a bit of a mentor to me when I was in the activist shit. He told me one day he told me one day being anti something is not a belief system. You don't believe in anything just because you were against something. And that is a great example of that is what the fuck? That is a great example of what is wrong with like these like, you know, Turning Point USA like neocon libertarian like paleo conservative type dudes, right? Boomer conservatives basically. That's a great explanation of what is wrong with those guys. The issue I hear something. Anyway, the issue is that these guys, they don't really believe in anything other than we're not left wing. They might say hollow things. They might have hollow like lip service paid to liberty and freedom and you know, like paper nationalism and stuff like that. They might have that, but like overall it's just it's not, you know. I'm gonna see what I can do to. Oh yeah. Oh, somebody took him out. I don't know where you are, but thank you for that. The right is reactionary and is always on the back foot. That is, I mean, you're not wrong. That is the way that it has been for a long time. But the reason it's been that way is because generations of everybody, not just Americans, but everybody, have been convinced by a left wing psyop to believe that the left wing is progressive, meaning they're the ones who don't want to go in there. They're the ones who are pushing for things, and the right wing is reactionary, meaning they everything is just like, no, we don't want things to change and we're only going to act in defense of those things, you know? Do I have grenades? I got 3 grenades. Oh, nice. I destroyed an arc. Oh, yo, is somebody in there? Did I just hit somebody in there? My bad if I did. Shit, my bad. Nah, I was throwing grenades at those things. I, yeah, I'm all good. You might as well extract if you're hurt or something like that. I appreciate the help though. Thank you. That's the same guy who helped me last time too. I'm on a free kid anyway. Um but yeah, like one of the things you have to do is decolonize your mind. And I don't mean that in the left wing way. What I mean is that we have been colonized by communists for a long time. And you can talk about like who those communists or what those communists are, I guess you could say. But the bottom line is every aspect of everything you know has some tinge of progressive thought in it. And you need to be careful about how you think about things because of course the progressives would want to frame us as the people who are trying to fight change and specifically good change. Of course they would frame us as that, you know. Of course of course they would want to demoralize us by making the claim that we are fruitlessly and there we go. Of course, they would want to try to demoralize us by making the claim that we are fruitlessly and needlessly fighting positive change. Um, like, that benefits them, you know? So the idea that reactionaries are, say, always on the back foot, it's like, well, only if you've given in to the colonization, you know? Maybe we need a new word, right? We need a new word to describe what reactionaries are. Ooh, shit. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I will you know what? Fuck it. I'm taking that frying pan too. I'd like to hit somebody with it. I wish you could hit somebody with it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, yep. I got you, bro. I won't leave without you. Uh, yes, sir. It's always fun to crack a shield right after you leave. That guy helped me out too. But yeah, it's everything is you know, everything is and again like I'm just peeking at the Bad Bunny thing. It's like it's literally just an ode to Puerto Rico, and it's like Puerto Ricans don't care about football like that, you know. There's a reason why there's no Puerto Rican football team. You might have the Puerto Ricans in like New York who care about the Jets or the Giants, but those are essentially they're American Puerto Ricans, you know. That's one thing, but you know, to have these dudes, and it's like so literally it's like they're in a sugarcane field, they're in a banana tree field or whatever. It's like they, you know, it's that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to it's just fuck Whitey halftime show is all it is, you know. It's the kill Whitey halftime show. But Yeah, you have to be very careful about the way you think about these things because like everything has become a everything is serving this one movement, you know? Everything has been serving this one thing that people have been trying to do. I'm going to go back to Buried City and I'm going to do another freebie, you know? I have the halftime show on my other monitor and I honestly thought it was an ad. Yeah, it kind of looks like an ad, you know? Um what the fuck what is that supposed to be? Climbing the what is that, like a national symbol of Puerto Rico is power lines, is utility poles. It's like holy shit. Um in some of the Sam videos, he makes a point at how he is a large guy and needs to learn a large style. Was this an element of your training with him? Oh yeah, 100%. You know, not only was Sam a big guy, but when I met him, I think he was like 38 or 39. So he was not exactly a spring chicken. He was very athletic for someone of his size and his age. I was actually pretty impressed by it. But yeah, I did have to listen to him, you know? I couldn't just be like, this is how you're gonna do it, dude. I had to be like, okay, like, how can you move? And then I had to look into how I could make him move better, given the way that he's already able to move, you know? And that's what makes me a good coach, you know? Um, but as a coach, I'm only as good as everything's already looted. Oh, dropped in over 10 minutes late. That's always annoying. But yeah, I'll go to Grandioso, I suppose. Um but yeah, like that's what makes me a good coach is my ability to coach tons of different people in tons of different ways, you know. It's a little bit easier to do it with striking because striking is something that it's a little bit easier to see and a little bit easier to work certain things out. Grappling is a little bit more personal. It's harder for me to teach a small guy to grapple, you know. But like I could try, and there are things that I could teach a smaller guy, you know. But you see, already looted. But it's tough, is what I'm saying. Oh boy, a plastic bottle, fantastic. It's exactly what I want. I don't even think I'm gonna hang out at the Grandioso apartments. That's always fun. But yeah, as a coach, you can be someone who brings the best out of people, or you can be someone who only cares about doing it your way, you know? And if you're just only going to care about doing it your way, you're not going to have the success that you feel like you want and need, you know? Oh, oh, where was that? Where was that? What was that? I don't see a Raider flare. A Raider got taken down. I didn't see a Raider flare though. You know what? Fuck it. I'm playing on a free one anyway. Oh, somebody already. Yeah, like thanks. Arc Gators, yes. Bark Raiders. Arc Taters. I think I'm gonna get him. Uh I want to talk some shit to this guy. You suck, penis. You suck, big penis. Scott, the halftime show is over. There was no dress. There's no controversy. Everyone got trolled. Trolled, I assume you mean. I can't tell if I'm getting a migraine or not. I have like a dot in my vision, and it's like, ah, shit, is that gonna grow, or did I look at a light without realizing? Is it an eye floater? I don't know, but like, it's like right in the center of my vision, and I don't know what, but yeah, like I didn't think Bad Bunny was gonna be wearing dresses and shit like that, but also like again, it was the fuck Whitey halftime show. So if Bad Bunny is gonna be one of those fuck Whitey guys, I'm gonna say fuck Bad Bunny. You know, bottom line. We'll play one more because I'm sure at that point, you know, I wanna go back to Buried City again. Another free loadout. We'll play one more and then we'll hop back into the game. You know. Nah, I think it's a I think it's just an high floater. I get those kind of migraines too, man. They really suck, bro. They really do. You know, and I've gotten them more and more as time has gone on. I've gotten them more and more as time has gone on because you know I have a neck issue. You know, it's not fun. Brought to you by Epstein's buddy Jay Z. Exactly. You know, was Harley similar? Har You know, I don't really remember too much about Harley because we were only together for one day. So that like, you know, it's kind of tough to get a real feel for people. Yeah, I guess I'll go there. Shit. Excuse me. You know, Harley took direction well though. I'll say that, you know. Um Sometimes there's cases on these buses, but it also seems like somebody already looted this highway, so it's like playing cards. I'll take them. Take some air freshener too. Oh, that is no bueno. Neither is that. I have no way to escape. I have to hope and pray that this guy does not notice me. I'm going to breach like an idiot. Oh, wow. That is a leaper. All right. Oh, need to get the hell away from that guy. Oh, 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 hell yeah. There's the leaper that just jumped high in the air. Oh, damn it. I hit the wrong button. I think somebody at the Western Station. I hear in the distance. I keep getting dropped in like well after everything ends. Not everything ends, but well after everything like starts to like I don't get dropped in at 30 minutes. I get dropped in at like 25 minutes, 20 minutes, etc. Hey there. Eat shit. Oh, and what's this? Like a we salute black Americans. Oh, I mean, like I didn't see any white dudes there, so I was like, oh, is that what this is? Is this like a like thank you black Americans for being black? That's kind of what I assumed it was. That shit. Okay, it looks like no, we're not getting ready. We're not going just yet. Oh, oh damn it. Ah, what the piece of shit. There we go. Oh. Oh. That worked surprisingly well. Somebody just blew this dude up, I think. Oh. Oh, uh-oh. Hell yeah. Got his ass. Fucking got his ass. I'm gonna take this big boy down. Help! Help me! Help! That's funny as shit. Anyway, it is about time we get back to the game. The kickoff for the second half is occurring right now, so we're going to we're gonna get back at it. Hopefully, the Patriots are able to put something together here. You know, I would really appreciate that. I do have money on this game actually. Um, yeah, I did 9 damage to myself. Anyway, does that robot just attack any human? Yeah, the robots in this are called Arc, and oh geez, I didn't realize you guys couldn't hear the game that I was playing this whole time. I didn't know you guys couldn't hear. My bad. Um let me jump off. Uh, oh. Oh man. Damn. That would have been a big pass. That would have been a big pass. But um what was it? Yeah. I don't know. I put money on the game. I think it was like 50 to 80 bucks or something like that. If I win, I get 140 something. So I guess that's cool. But I suppose we will see what happens. Oh, ooh, he's off. Not quite a first, but that's kind of what we're gonna need, I feel like. If there's one thing, I mean, like it's not the same Patriots franchise, like it's all new. The only thing the same about the Patriots in 2026 is Rob Kraft still owns them. But if there's one thing the Patriots are known for, it's digging deep and getting gritty and like winning by a hair when it counts, you know? And if they can play a good half of football, then, they're in really good shape. Oh man, that sucks. Fucking it was they had 3 yards to go. Why would they pass? Why would you pass with 3 yards to go? Your running game's been doing well this entire time. Like some of the play calling just does not make sense to me right now, and it's bothersome. Like you need momentum. You can't be turning the ball over. That was not an offsides. All right. I remember the 2008 Giants versus Patriots. Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. Yeah. And it sucks too because like that year like we set a league record. Like no team had ever gone undefeated that long. Like there were undefeated seasons before, I think like one or two, but it was back when there were only like a certain amount of games per season. Um you had what's it called? Um like the amount of games we won had never been done before, but because we lost the Super Bowl, it was like, well, everything's kind of spoiled now. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. I don't even know what happened there. Fuck. Yeah, that's a conversion. I believe that's what they call it if I remember correctly. That was good coverage. Like he completed the pass. They were right on him. He didn't get anything extra, but it just sucks to see that. Especially because like the Patriots defense has been doing pretty good. They've been pressuring, they've been like Seattle's run game has not been doing that well, and even their pass game is kind of I say that as he just completed another pass plus rushing. Fucking, it's not, you know. So I'm looking around here. You see the Seahawks, they have momentum anytime they get the ball. Even though it's been a touchdownless game right now, the Seahawks are able to utilize the momentum that they have, and they're even if they're not able to score a touchdown, they're able to get into scoring range and field goal range, meaning, and that's all that matters. You don't need touchdowns to win, you just need to fucking score to win. That's it. uh You see, and that's what I'm talking about. Like you see how they stuffed that run. There was a gain of like two, right? Like that's much better than what's happening. Um, the Seahawks have actually been having a harder time against the Patriots running game, and yet for some reason they're trying to have the ball airborne, and it's not working out. If the offensive line so far has been doing a better job, you're not seeing the Seattle defensive line, you're not seeing them getting through into the backfield nearly as much. But the defensive backs for Seattle are doing a pretty good fucking job. Wow. Mm, not good. So like I said, momentum, you know? Like there's something to be said about like, okay, like what does fucking momentum mean? Like what? What? They're doing good just cuz they're doing good? Yeah, they literally are. That's a thing, you know? You make a good play, you get a confidence boost, you keep making good plays. They get a good play, you don't feel as good about yourself anymore. You start making more mistakes. It happens, you know. You got to stop the bleeding, but it's easier said than done. They absolutely have to stop them here. I forget where they are. They're in the defense. They're in the Patriots side of the field. Second and 8 on the probably like 45 or something like that. I don't know, maybe, but they might be in field goal range again, in which case, like, it's one thing to be a touchdown and a field goal in it's like basically the Patriots need a touchdown and a field goal to tie, you know. Oh yeah, this is awful, you know. The Patriots need a touchdown and a field goal to tie, you know. Um did the play clock wind down? Is that what happened? Oh, the Seahawks timeout, okay. The Patriots need a touchdown and a field goal to tie the game, you know. But to have it's if the Seahawks score a touchdown here, that's really bad. The Patriots are in really bad shape. There's a lot of football left to play, but the Patriots are only going to have the ball probably about half the time. The other half the time, they're going to have to keep what's happening now from happening. You know, the sporting event of the year will be the UFC White House because it's so absurd. JD Vance will step in on short notice. Hell yeah, J JD Vance stepping up to fight Sean Strickland. Please, and Sean Strickland loses. Turns out JD Vance has got hands and nobody ever knew. Uh, uh, oh wow. Oh man, he was wide open too. Hmm. I mean, that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I am very happy about that one. You know, because now it's either third or fourth and 8, which means they're going to have to kick a field goal, which I think they're going to get that field goal, but I'd much rather it be 2 touchdowns, you know? I'd much rather them have to score 2 touchdowns than than like either straight up 2 touchdowns and then like a field goal or 3 touchdowns, you know? Yep. Sorry, just looking around here at a couple of different things. There's this chick that I when I say dated, I mean we went on a couple of dates and then she turned out to be like kind of just like shitty. And she's since apologized to me. She is the one girl that has ever like legitimately apologized to me when it wasn't like forced. Like this woman hit me up randomly one day and was like, "Hey, I'm sorry about that all those years ago. That was not cool of me to do, you know?" So I kind of appreciate that. But it's funny because she's very performatively anti-racist and I checked Facebook and 19 minutes ago she was like beautiful halftime show with like an emoji that has like tears welling up, and he's smiling. He's like, like like tears of joy welling up type deal. Like you just saw something beautiful. And it's funny because I remember this chick is Italian. She's got an Italian last name, but she's also a little bit Portuguese. And when I figured that out, I said, "Oh yeah, you do kind of look a little Portuguese because the Portuguese, if you've been around them, you kind of know they have a certain look." And she was like, "I am not like them." She got like really upset that I said she looked a little Portuguese when she is Portuguese. She said that she doesn't like the Portuguese. And there's something about that while also being like a shit lib who's going to be like, actually, Bad Bunny is American because he was born in Puerto Rico. Like, there's something poetic about that, you know? A woman apologizing for something is a genetic mutant. Yeah, I know. The sporting event. Oh, I already read that one from Golden Rodent. Oh, baby, Rio de Janeiro. Rio, Rio, Rio de Janeiro. What a bigot canceler, dude. I should. You kidding me? Yeah. It's like the most annoying people are like thrilled about that halftime show, and that tells you everything you need to know, you know? You ain't gotta think about it beyond that. It's like, oh, the worst people you think of, the worst people loved the fuck out of seeing the Kill Whitey halftime show. All right, well, yeah, what a surprise, I guess. All right, so we have the kickoff. Hopefully, there's a something here, you know. Oh man, I thought he was gonna break through for a second. You see, like I don't like this new version of the kickoff protocol because you might as well just place the ball down at the 30-yard line. Like you're never going to see dudes break through. And if you see dudes break through, it's going to be ridiculous because there's nobody in the backfield. It's literally like there's a line of people and then downfield there's the kicker. So it's like if somebody does break through, it's basically a fucking touchdown. If nobody breaks through, it's going to be 30-yard line. They're going to get tackled. That's how all of these have gone, basically, you know? Oh, breaking through. Yep. And that's what I'm talking about with the running game. They just had a gain of like 8 or 9, you know? They need to keep that running game going. They cannot be dicking around throwing the ball. And watch there be a pass next play. Watch there be a pass the next play. Again, like I hate armchair guys. I can't stand dudes who they watch the UFC for like a little while and they think it's like, "Oh no, I know what to do." Oh dude, why did that guy punch him that way? Why didn't he punch him the other way? Like, yeah, that shit sucks, you know? Um but there is something to be said about like, yo, like it's been pretty obvious one thing's been working almost every time you go for it. When they run up the middle, they're not having as much success. Like that's just what happened, right? There was supposed to be a hole there, but the hole was not there. Um, and you can't make a split second decision like that a lot of the time when you're running up the middle. The hole's either there or it's not. You're just running where you were supposed to run, and hopefully the hole's gonna be there, you know. But um, you see now they're gonna pass. Uh, oh fuck! I was gonna say it'd be nice to see Drake May run it, but I don't think he's gonna. You know that sucks. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that's just fucking annoying, man. Dude just ran into his own blocker. Yeah, like it's that's what I was talking about is like you have so little time when you're running up the middle to make a decision that you can't be like, all right, I got the ball. Oh, there's a hole. Instead of running this way, I'm going to run that way. It's like, no, you have to just run wherever the hole was supposed to be. And you got to hope and pray that that is like where it is, you know? There was a hole instead if he diverted to his right, there was plenty of room for him to get through there, but that's not what the play was. So all of his momentum was already going this way, you know. Rip, rip Whitey. We had a good run. Yeah. You ever been to Brazil? Nah, I haven't been to Brazil yet. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be. You know, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna go to Brazil at some point. You know, my wife's gonna kidnap me and drag me there. I wish. Yeah, right. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna. It's gonna be like. It's gonna be like Dexter. You know, it's gonna be like Dexter. I'm gonna walk in and she's gonna hit me in the neck with a needle, and I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna be plastic wrapped to a table in like the cargo hold of a plane. You know, and I'm like they're gonna load me off the plane, and I'm gonna be like, why is it so hot? What the fuck? And I'm gonna look, and there's gonna be Brazil flags everywhere, and I'm gonna be like, ah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the Patriots feel like they're this close to breaking through, and they're this close to having a breakthrough, and it's just not working for them. You know, they're not making good choices right now, is what I feel like it is. You know, it kind of feels similar to what happened with the Eagles years ago. Um, Howling Mutant is so funny, man. I'm glad I found him. You know, I'm glad I decided to follow him. You know, I know he's kind of a guy on Twitter. Um, some dude posted on this day in 1993, the late Lane Staley of Alice in Chains saw a man giving a Nazi salute in the crowd during one of his concerts. Staley invited the man on stage and then proceeded to punch him twice in the face and have him ejected. Legend. And Mutant's response to that was, "That's awesome. What's he been up to anyway?" Lane Staley died of a heroin overdose, a speedball, really, on in like 2002 or something like that. It was actually, baby, April 5th, 2002. Yeah, coincidence? Hmm. And you know, Kurt Cobain died April 5th, 1994. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. That's great. Oh, hell yeah. That is massive. That is a massive sack right there. They are it is second and like 20, and they are on their own, meaning the Seahawks are on their own like 10-yard line, 15-yard line now. That's fantastic, you know? Like that's the type of shit that matters. If you can get like big defensive plays can again like with that whole momentum thing, big defensive plays can set up for big offensive drives, whether it's a recovered fumble, an interception, or if it's a big sack, a, a big sack. If it's a big sack, or if it's like a sack at like a really good moment, you know, it's a really good thing to have something like that happen. And now it's 3rd and 15, and if the Seahawks don't get a first down, they're gonna have to punt from like the 10-yard line or whatever, wherever they were. And that's good because the further down that way they are, the more shallow down this way the punt's gonna be. They're running it up the middle. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. I saw him break through that hole, and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh no!" Courtney was in the CIA. Yeah, Courtney Love was a yeah. I actually don't think Kurt Cobain killed himself, and that's like the I'm not like other girls. I'm not like those other girls kind of conspiracy theory, but like I think it holds water. If you listen to Kurt Cobain talk the way he excuse me, if you listen to Kurt Cobain talk when he was like very recently before he died. Oh yes. Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Oh shit. Holy shit, he might be. Oh dude, I thought he was gone for a second. There was a flag on the play though. There was a flag on the play, and I'm curious what that flag was. If it was after the catch, then there's no do over or some. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm not sure. Oh, that's nah. I don't nah. Is that an illegal block in the back? Yes, but I've seen that happening all game. So how they gonna fucking call that now? You know? Excuse me. Um, there we go. Yeah, it's it's always fucking annoying. Um, yeah, fucking. I don't know why. I mean, I guess maybe Courtney Love wanted to see if she could get like some kind of fuck because like Courtney Love like she was like the Ringo of like the grunge era. Like no talent, not known for anything spectacular. She just dated a couple of grunge dudes, one of them being Kurt Cobain. That's it. Um she's one of those types of chicks that like women would latch onto as some kind of like hero or something like that, which tells you everything you need to know. She's trash, and a lot of women are trash. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. And they latch on to bitches like that. And like I can remember my senior year of high school, a lot of bitches wanted to be Iggy Azalea. A lot of white women in particular. And you had Nicki Minaj and Cardi B a couple years after that and all that stuff. Like, you know, women can't women can't help but latch on to poor role models when it comes to like their favorite celebrity or something like that. Um it's just it's fucking annoying. And Courtney Love is one of those kinds of people. And it wouldn't surprise me if it was a money thing where it's like, well, there's a life insurance policy on them, and like it wouldn't surprise me if that's what it was. I'm not saying that's what it was. I'm saying Courtney Love sucks, and it wouldn't surprise me if Courtney Love did have something to do with that. You know, she's in the Epstein files. Not surprised at all. Unless you're talking about Meghan Markle. Yeah, Meghan Markle's another example of that. Basically ruining her base ba- basically ruining her oh excuse me um basically ruining her husband's life just because like there's somebody we know, right? Me and my wife, and I'm not going to say too much about this person, but like basically she's the kind of person where really. Damn it, dude. Sacked for a loss of at least five. She's the kind of person where, like, she'll do things that make people angry. And then when she's like, when someone expresses that anger, she's like, you know what? Fine. I'm just leaving. I'm gonna go then. I'm just gonna leave. Like, That's the kind of person that did this. And this person put me and my wife into kind of a shitty situation, if we're being honest here. Our lives were made harder because we didn't realize at the time. Oh, caught. And all right, nice. Um, we didn't realize at the time like how bad the situation was with this person, like the type of stuff that they would do, the behaviors that they were given to. We didn't like we weren't thinking about it. And because of that, even now we're still kind of dealing with the fallout of that, you know? And it was because like, oh, somebody's talking shit behind my back, so I don't want to live in this place anymore. Let's find somewhere new to live. And it's like, what are they saying? They're not saying I we got to get rid of this person. They're saying, man, I don't. Ah, dude. They're saying shit like, man, I don't like how this person does that thing. That's it, you know. And it's like, fuck. But yeah, another turnover. 3 minutes, 45 seconds in the third quarter. Still no touchdowns on either side, but Seattle's doing just enough to be able to win. And the Patriots are not doing enough to even get into field goal range. So, you know, guess I'm losing my $80. Oh no. Excuse me. Jogos Olímpicos. Do you guys care about the Winter Olympics in Brazil, baby? A little bit, yeah. I figure it's like a Jamaican bobsled team kind of situation. It's like, why even? Why would that even exist? Jamaican bobsled team. I've never actually seen Cool Runnings before. I gotta watch that. We gotta watch Cool Runnings, baby. Maybe we should see if that's maybe we should see if that's on one of the five things that we have. You know. Oh yeah, you should. Mm. Yo, that's fucking who's nah, McElroy was his last name, but it's showing this figure skater dude who looks like John Heater's character in Blades of Glory. It was like McElroy, but I forget his first name. It wasn't Rory. Rory McElroy is a golfer. Um, man, that's so funny. Why haven't they deployed? Why haven't they deployed Brady yet? I don't know, dude. Dude, where's Brady when you need him? Just looking around right now. Something's going on. There must have been a timeout. Somebody I'm in this Boston for Trump Facebook group that I joined because I was curious about what was going on in there, and like this dude, he's like one of the leaders of it. He's like expect record low ratings as millions tune out of the misbehaving rabbit and corporate lecturing and tune into real American music and culture instead. Kid Rock and more. It's like, oh, fuck. No sermons, no social engineering. I know there has got to be there is definitely going to be some semblance of like there's there's going to be some semblance of like, we love America here. My name's Kid Rock and we love America. Like that's what it's gonna be. Catch TPUSA's All American halftime show. No agenda other than celebrating faith, family, and freedom. And it's like, oh boy. I don't want to see AIDS conservatives. Oh, hell yeah. Fucking incomplete pass. The defense is not doing a bad job. Like, the defense has allowed 0 touchdowns. There's not been a single touchdown this game, including the Patriots. They're doing what they need to do. It's just Seattle is they're not doing a bad job themselves on offense. So because of that, you know, eh, number 0 is on fire for the Patriots. Yeah, number number 0 is the hero. Scott the race mixer tears down Scott posters in the bedroom. Oh no! Oh no! All right, well, that's fourth down now. They're probably going to punt that. So that's good news. If we can score one touchdown before the end of the quarter, not a field goal, a touchdown. If we can score one touchdown before the end of the quarter, we're still in this. We're still in this, and I think we can and will pull it out. But man, we have got to get going now. Not in the fourth quarter. Now is what we need. We're about to hit 2 minutes. You know. You fucking kidding me, dude? Oh, all right. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. You know. Pa- Patriots, bros. It's over. It's over until we're back. And once we're back, we're gonna pray that it's not over. I want to see a Brazilian figure skater twerking and shit, baby. Has there ever been a Brazilian figure skater that's been done well in the Olympics that you know of?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Mm. Oh, what? Excuse me. Jeez. Yeah, I'm sure there has been.
Yeah.
I wonder how that looks. It's a gigantic ass, fucking spinning at Mach 5.
Oh yeah, every Brazilian has a giant tits.
Well, you do.
Thank God.
Oh man, dude. Oh shit! Run, run. Oh man. Oh, there's a flag on the play. Okay. Are they gonna call holding or something? Is that what's gonna happen? They're gonna call holding. I'm wondering what was that flag? The flag came like well after you could have seen a holding call. Holding defense. Oh shit. Oh shit. That's an automatic first down. I'll take that. Shit. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Are you kidding me? It's pretty clear that was supposed to be where the pass was going to as well. See, like a lot of the time these plays, I mean, you have plays that are just kind of general. It's like, well, I'm going to throw to whoever, but then you also have plays that are like, okay, I'm specifically trying to throw to this guy right here. Oh shit. Damn. You have plays where, they're specifically trying to throw to this guy or that guy. So like if that dude has not shaken his defender, it's like, oh shit, that's not good. Man. The offensive line has not been doing too good of a job. It's a good thing Drake May fucking threw that thing, because that's just an incomplete pass now. Uh That's like a gain of 4 or 5. In the beginning of the game, they threw a couple of screen passes, and I would like to see some screen passes, you know? Those worked pretty well because the Seahawks defense has been really committing itself wherever their players are going, whether it's the line or the defensive backs, they're committing themselves to wherever they happen to be. So those screen passes will work very well. They can throw a pass behind the line of scrimmage and then fucking run for 5, maybe even 10 yards in a lot of cases. Are you are you fucking kidding me, dude? No. Oh my dude, really? What that oh wow, the offensive line lost this game for us. Like we still there was just a fumble, you know? The offensive line is losing the game for the Patriots right now. Everybody else is doing exactly what they need to be doing, but the offensive line has been getting beat this entire time. And this time they literally watched the ball fall out of Drake May's hands and did nothing. Like they will show a replay. You're going to see everybody. You're going to see everybody stop and look down. That is what you're going to see. I don't know if they're doing a review or not. Maybe they're reviewing it. I don't know, but they have one more quarter, but I don't know what they're going to do in a quarter that they haven't been doing for 3 quarters, you know? That's just disappointing, The fact that it's not a blowout too, the fact that like Seattle is just like eking by is like Seattle's not even doing that good of a job. It's like the Dagestani lay and pray type deal. It's like, oh great, you're just barely eking by in this game. That's enough, I guess, but you know, that sucks. It's Jover. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, I don't know though. You never know. You never know. Have you ever played Hold Fast on stream? Yeah, I should probably play Hold Fast at some point. That would be a fun game to play, I'm sure. Feels like a game you can shit post in. Oh, look at this. This bear is pregnant. That's crazy. I'm gonna send you the video I just showed them, baby. She's a fatty. Uh, was there just a touchdown, or it was no? It's just the start of the fourth quarter. That's all it is. The very least, it's like I expected this to be like a midnight 1 a.m. affair. At the very least, whether they win or lose, at the very least, it's like I'm gonna have time to fucking hang out. That is one thing that I would have been a little bit annoyed by. I still have to eat dinner, I got some grilled cheese shit for dinner because I didn't know what else to get. I was just like, whatever. I guess I'll just do something quick and easy tonight. Rolling down to old Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We're homeward bound from the Arctic round, rolling down to old Maui. Um, I'm trying to log into my bank app forever, and there's I can't log in because there's fucking maintenance going on. I've been trying to do that all day. I need to move some shit around in my account. All right. Well, you know. Oh, and this is terrible because they're on our 25-yard line basically. Incomplete pass. I'll take that. We might get shut out. I don't I don't foresee a shutout. I could, however, see like a field goal or maybe a touchdown, you know? I don't know. I don't know, but I don't think we'll get shut out, you know. But I don't know if I think we're going to win, especially because if I'm being honest with you, I do foresee a touchdown here. And even if they don't get a touchdown, they get another field goal. That means we need at least two touchdowns and a field goal to be able to win. Nobody has scored a touchdown yet so far. We're not going to magically score three touchdowns in 15 minutes when we don't have the ball for the whole 15. You know, what's it called? They're going to be running the clock down as much as they can, you know. Touchdown. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's like I said, there's the touchdown. So yeah, it's going to be 19 to nothing. We're going to need three touchdowns and three extra points. Yeah, two touchdowns and a 2 point, two touchdowns and two extra points. Yeah, well, yeah, this Super Bowl has sucked. It's boring. Yeah, low scoring game. This has not been a high scoring game, and it's not been a particularly exciting low scoring game. It's been kind of like an annoying low scoring game. I forget how much I bet. How much did I bet? Yeah, so I bet. Yeah, I bet like $50. You know, I bet $50. So whatever. Who gives a shit? $50 gone. I will never. I will never. You you mortgage. I mortgaged the house. I mortgaged the house and I bet it all. I bet it all on the Patriots. It just like it's one thing if you get outplayed, it's another thing when you outplay yourself, meaning like when you don't play to your potential And that is what it feels like is happening with the Patriots right now. They're getting beat. Don't get me wrong. It's not like they're beating themselves kind of situations. They're not the they didn't the Seahawks didn't win. The Patriots just the Patriots just lost. That's not what this is. The Seahawks are playing a good game. But it's just like like what was I gonna what was I gonna say? Like it sucks knowing that it's like it all comes down to like why were you passing when you should have been running? You know, not many good things have happened not many good things have happened when the passes start coming for the Patriots specifically. Why are you passing so much? Just like keep the ball on the ground. Keep the ball going. Don't run up the middle too much. The ultimate halftime show would be an Epstein returns and the crowd just cheers for him. Everybody the entire crowd starts going Groyber, Groyber, Groyber. I I was I talked briefly about an event that I was at in Washington D.C. where Nick Fuentes was also there, and seeing him and his crowd. First off, he had a bodyguard who had like a stab vest, or maybe it was like a bulletproof vest or something like that. The bodyguard was like 5'3", you know, and then everybody else around Nick was a twink. And just randomly out of nowhere they start cheering Groyber, 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 Groyber. And it was just the craziest fucking thing you'd ever seen. It was just like I remember me and my guys just looking at each other like holy shit. It was like wow, you know. I think there's a reason. I don't know. Maybe it does happen, but I think there's a reason why you don't see a ton of meetups for the Groypers. Groypers don't. They're not always. They're not always hanging out together and shit like that. I don't think that's something they do a ton of. Holy shit! Greg was in a Super Bowl ad. I bet he was. Uh. Mm-hmm. Oh man. Well, the good news on that, and again, like trying to work the passing game and it's not fucking happening. That time it worked out simply because, excuse me, um, Patriots were tied or trailing in the fourth quarter in their six Super Bowl wins. That is pretty insane. Um, I think they, I don't know what Mike Vrabel's arguing with the referee about. I don't know what Vrabel's arguing with the referee about. I'm curious what's going on here. But anyway, like Drake May dug that out. Drake May is not doing a bad job. Literally, like I said, it is the offensive line. The offensive line is not doing a good job. And that's all. That's the only thing, you know. Please tell me you pirated the stream. I'm watching a Brazilian broadcast. It is Sport TV. Sport, Sport TV 2 ao vivo. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's insane. Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, that's not cool, Like it's football. There's going to be a little pushing and shoving, but like that is like 29 on the Seahawks. That was a bitch move. Plays plays over. Dude's not even in the play in the first place. 29 decides he's going to fucking like hit the dude after the play's done. And it's like, "All right, well go fuck yourself then." If it was 12 nothing, I'd be like, "Nah, I think we could still pull it off maybe. We'd have to play a really really tight game of football." But if it was 19 nothing, like I said, I don't think we're going to get shut out. I could see a touchdown maybe. Maybe we put it together. But I'm not I'm it just ain't going to happen. You know, it's fucking Jover. It's Jover. Oh, nice fucking play. That's those are the kinds of plays you hope for. They haven't been happening for us the whole fucking game. You know, like that's exactly what we need, but it hasn't been happening. Oh shit! Yo, that was a good play. Touchdown. Hell yeah. Nice. Fuck yeah. Now I'm feeling after that I am feeling a little bit better, but I still don't think we're pulling it off. I still don't think we're gonna pull it off. We gotta give we kick the extra point. We make it great. We gotta give the back. We give the back. We gotta give the back ball. We gotta give the ball back to Seattle. Like they're gonna have a chance, and I don't know. You know, that's how a white boy catches the ball. That's how a white boy catches the ball. No, that was good. That was almost not good though. That kind of scared me a little bit. The back shots, yeah. Football's not gay. The nut to butt right now. Yeah, I mean, look, 7-14-21. They have to hold the Seahawks to no points at all, and they need two more touchdowns. That has not been happening. I'm gonna assume this touchdown, this drive was a fluke, is what I'm gonna assume. There's still quite a bit of football left. Seconds count in a game like football. They really do, you know? But you bet your ass the Seahawks are going to be absolutely positively doing everything they can to run that play clock down. So, not play clock, but you know, to run the clock down and you know, in general. The play clock is there to make sure you don't take too long. That you're actually playing football. Oh man. Just kind of waiting to see what happens here. If they turn on now, I'm going to be so fucking mad. What? Huh? This is a replay. This is a replay. Okay. If they turn on now, I'm gonna be so mad because, like I said, I don't know that they're gonna actually fucking get it. Like, are they still in the game? I guess, but like, they're not in the game like they were when it was 12-0. Is what I'm saying. You know, it's like, mm, not liking it. Not liking it, and I'm also not liking the delay here. I don't know what the hell is happening. I don't know. I don't know what. I really don't know what the. I really don't know what the holdup is. You know, the play clock's not the clock's not ticking. So it's like whatever. But it's just like, all right, what are we waiting for? Are we like? Is there a challenge? Is there a play review? Did somebody streak on the field and they got to catch that guy? What's happening? All right. Here we go. Oh, commercial break. Yeah, you see, we didn't have a commercial break on my end on the Sport TV.
We have way less commercials break in Brazil TV, Brazilian TV.
Really? That's fantastic.
Uh huh.
Good for you guys.
Yes.
Sport TV. Again, you see what I'm talking about? Like this kick return, like it stops at the 30 because there's a wall of guys. There's a lot less there's a lot less of a chance of say like a oh, are they're running a hurry up offense? I thought they were running a hurry up offense because I didn't see an actual huddle. It looked like everybody was basically like in position, you know? Oh, nothing. Wow, are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's again like the Seahawks have been doing good. They've been their momentum on offense has been like it's been nerve-wracking. So like seeing seeing the quarterback have to flee the pocket like that, you know, seeing the quarterback have to flee the pocket like that, but then he still makes a fucking catch. It's you know, he still makes a completion. It's like, ah, damn it, what the fuck, you know? It sucks to see. All right, cool. Loss of one or two. I'll take that. Yeah, that's like in America, it's like everything is just like commercial break, break, commercial break, commercial break. It's like you guys like that's good, you know?
Oh yeah, no, we don't.
Yeah.
It's the same in the UFC. When it was UFC in Brazil, the UFC Fight Pass, we barely had commercials.
Mm.
And now that he's on Paramount, we have.
Now, yeah, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Oh, oh, where is what is going on? What? What the hell happened? I'm confused. I didn't see that wasn't a fumble. There's no way that was a fumble. It wasn't an interception. I'm confused as to what exactly happened. There must have been an incomplete pass that bounced and fucking, you know, somebody just played the ball through. Played it all. Oh, that's intentional grounding. That's 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 intentional grounding. You're not allowed to throw the ball down like that. No, 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 no. Oh, oh, man, incomplete. So now it's 4th and 11, and they're gonna punt that away. And I am gonna fucking try not to piss myself here because I'm not gonna lie. Like the fact that they held them, the fact that there is a punt now. Um, um, you know that like that's a good feeling, I guess. You know, Scott, you should compete in that new tackle combat sport. I should, shouldn't I? Oh my, oh, are you kidding me, dude? Oh my gosh, should have called for a fair catch. You know, it's literally the they're on the 1 yard line. They have to go 100 yards to score a touchdown. That's you see that's oh no, actually yeah. So that's like there that's like 1st and 10 on like the 3 yard line. You see, that's another reason why the fair catch rule exists is because not only is it a safety thing where it's like you don't want dudes being able to time when a dude catches the ball to take him the fuck out, but also it puts you in a situation where if the defense touches the ball, baby, um, the play is dead, and that's where the oh, oh fuck The play is dead, and that's where the ball is placed. So what'll happen if nobody calls a fair catch and nobody catches it, the ball hits the ground and it just starts bouncing towards the end zone. And they'll wait until it gets to like the 1 yard line and they'll touch the ball. So that's where the ball is spotted. You see how close they are to their own end zone. That's exactly what happened, you know? Oh, yo, he's off. Whoa. Well, that's a first down. Thank God. Vaulted him. That is pretty funny. And that's exactly what I was talking about. He threw that screen pass and like the Seattle backfield. No way. No way. No flag. Seems like 88's like, where's the fucking flag? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, let's see that. Nah, nah. I wouldn't. Yeah, no. There's no flag on that play. That doesn't deserve a flag. But fuck, I forget exactly. Oh yeah, those screen passes though work really well. They're good for a quick. They're good for a quick fucking. Oh well, that was a completion. That's good. They're good for a quick like 5 to 10 yards. Like he should be throwing the screen pass more in my opinion. Yeah, that's. Yep, he has it. There's no question. Oh shit. Oh yo, he's gone. He's off. Oh hell yeah. Oh man, this is nerve wracking. This is kind of like I'm kind of biting my nails. Fuck this. Good night, says James 4177. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. I'm like, oh fuck, damn it. You know, man. Second down. I missed that play, but it looks like they're pretty close to the. It looks like they're pretty close to another conversion. Yeah, 2nd and 3. They there's a little bit of momentum. I still don't have good thoughts about it. If I'm being honest. No, fucking interception. God, man. Again, like the passing game is not working the way you need it to. Why do you keep going back to that well? Like, who the fuck is calling the plays? Is it Vrabel? What is going on here? You know? You have I don't know who that was, but he was by the 40-yard line. He cuts to the right. He's wide open and he would have had, if not the first down, he would have had. And he it's just like, man, again, like being the armchair, like this is what somebody should do guy is like fucking like that's annoying, but it's like sometimes people overthink things, I feel like. Sometimes people like it's you see it in the UFC too, where a guy, it's very clear that he is drilling one specific thing. Yep, dude's off. It's very clear he drilled one specific combination for a whole camp, like maybe like a hook cross hook, because he noticed in the film study of the guy that he's going to be fighting that guy is susceptible to a 3-2-3, right? And when he gets into the fight, he keeps going 3-2-3, 3-2-3, and it's not working. And instead of switching it up, he's like, well, how can I get the 3-2-3 to work? It happens in MMA quite often because MMA is no longer a fight, it's a sport. and like a fucking video game, you know? Yeah, there's gonna be another touchdown. There's no way Seattle's not gonna get another touchdown, you know? Um it's too late in the game to do runs. They have 3 timeouts, you know? Like, oh, excuse me. Like, they should have been running the ball earlier in the first place. And then, in addition to that, instead of trying to get 20, 30 yards on a pass, they should have been going 5, 10 yards on a pass. It should have been a short passing game, including those screens that I was talking about, you know? It's like, again, like, even at the highest level, you have dudes who they get so short sighted on like what they think is going to win or what they want to work. And it's like, they see something not working in front of their eyes, and instead of being like, oh shit, we need to think about this differently, they're like, nah, it's cool, we'll run it again and I'm sure it'll work this time. Oh, it didn't? Well, we'll run it again, I'm sure it'll work this time. You know? It's like, holy shit, dude. That was a good drive too that we were in the middle of, you know? But it ain't happening now. You know, we don't need a turnover. We need an interception, you know? And they're not going to be passing, you know? 'Look at the elephant. Wasn't talking to you. Wasn't talking to you. There's a baby elephant. Elephants are funny because they're expressive. You can see when they're happy. They're like they smile, you know? 5 minutes left, and I don't see they're not. It's 4th and 4. You know, yeah, another field goal attempt. No wind. It'd be funny if the Seattle kicker missed on purpose, almost as like a fuck you. It's like when you see a dude burning $100 bill, he's like, I don't even need this. I light cigars with this shit. that that'd be the funniest shit. He he misses the field goal and then he starts like rah, just talking mad shit. But yeah, it's if it wasn't over before, it's over now. You know, it's there's no way. You know, maybe we'll score one more touchdown, but even if we scored two more touchdowns, we would still lose literally by 1 point. 7-14-21 touchdown including the extra point, you know. It would be 7-14-21. It would be 22-21 and we would lose. So, you know, Seahawks kicker is favored for MVP. Dude, honestly, yeah. You know, the 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 touch that one touchdown that they scored was like really good, but I mean, like it was insurance, you know? It was just insurance, if anything. What you gonna do? You know? What you gonna do? What are you going to do? All right. Well, I'd love to see him break through the wall and run it all the way back, but that is oh actually it's happening. I was gonna say run it all the way back for a touchdown, but I was kind of like, oh shit, okay, huh? Damn, he broke through the wall. Scott breathing ASMR stream. Let's go. Yeah. Ah, 2 point conversions, Scott. I don't think a 2 point conversion is gonna work. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen. We can't even get a 6 point conversion. We've scored one touchdown all game. Up, up, uh huh. Yep, there it is. And it's like at this point, I'm not gonna criticize the whole passing thing because there's 5 minutes left, and we need 3 touchdowns to win. So obviously that's what we're going to do. But again, that offensive line just cannot do its job. And again, screen passes, what should have been happening this entire time, you know? I blame Bad Bunny. If he wasn't playing, we would have won. Uh, oh, oh. It almost like to see them actually making completions. It kind of just it kind of makes it worse a little bit where it's like, oh, now we're coming together. Now it's starting to work. Up, fumble, and he's gone. Touchdown. Yep. Ah well. We're like I said, we're watching Brazilian sports channel. So we have the like stereotypical soccer like goal. Fucking we have those kinds of announcers. We have those kinds of announcers. But yeah, so it's been over for a little while. It's even more. Now. Ah well, what you gonna do? Uh Nothing else to do but to play a quick game of Ark. I'm gonna play like a game or two of Ark. There's no point in even watching because it's like, well, foregone conclusion. The most they're gonna be trying to do, is just not lose by as much. So that's not really fun to watch. So whatever. Oh man. This this was apparently this was a young Dan Henderson. I didn't know that's what he looked like. I also didn't know Dan Henderson was an Olympian. That's news to me. I gotta check that out. Dan Henderson. Yeah, I didn't know he was an Olympic wrestler. I wonder if he medaled. He- Yeah, I mean he didn't medal in the Olympics, but he did medal in the Pan American Championships, the Pan American Games, and the World Cup. Uh, few silvers, couple bronze, and a gold in 2000 California, the Pan American Championships. That's pretty cool. Never knew that. Never knew that. You know. All right, let's go. Bada bing, bada boom. Um, I don't do spaceport. The matriarchs at spaceport. I don't like fucking around with the matriarch. I'd rather do harvester than like have to fuck around with the matriarch. I'm all set on that. Prospecting probes. Arc seem to have entered a period of extended probing, sending guarded probes down en masse. Curious about that. I am a tad bit curious, I won't lie. Look at this. Hold on. The little dog. Oh, a rattler. That's not the worst thing I could get, I guess, but I really don't like the rattler.
Let's go to research and administration.
Whatever, I'll reach and search that. Could use those, I suppose. Looks like they're at about the 50-yard line. I could be wrong about that. Not that it matters. It's all over. I hear a probe somewhere. All right. Let's see what. Oh, uh oh. Uh oh. That's a sentinel. Sentinel, however the fuck you say that dumbass name. I do not want him. Alright. I do not want to fuck with that thing. That is for sure. Oh boy, it's first and goal for New England. Fantastic. They're on the verge of scoring a touchdown. Wow. Isn't that great? Where is that bastard? I don't know where that arc I just killed is. Interesting. What kind of... I have a... What the... Huh? Oh, prickly pear? Actually, I think I need these. So the question is, what was that guy shooting at? Not shooting at, but throwing the, throwing that wolf pack or whatever it was at. Ooh. That was a nice play right there. Yeah, so they're going for a 2-point conversion now, which would mean they only need 2 touchdowns if they get this. So like I said, they go for the 2-point conversions. I don't think they're even going to get those.
If you get a triple and feel like sparing it, that'd be great since I use 3 wolf packs, but honestly, I don't care.
Mud dick.
I don't know what you said, but that's fine. As long as there's no fighting, I'm good. Either on a smoke doesn't make me feel any good about not fighting. Are we trying to fight?
I'm trying to fuck yo bitch.
Okay. You ain't winning this one time. You ain't winning it either. Good luck. Remember, I didn't start it.
Ha! Get fucked. I have the power of arc and anime on my side. Love watching you play this game instead of me. Yeah. You know, Tempest 4, like I've been running into a couple of weapons that I've never seen before, like a Tempest, and there was another one too that I forget, but you know. Yeah, so whatever. I'll play one more. I'm going to do another free loadout, you know. Yeah, I'll do Blue Gate. Might as well do Blue Gate. Somebody just pretty sure I just heard, yo, okay. All right. Well, interesting. Somebody probably spawned in and was like, nah, fuck that, so they left. Oh, I got a Pharaoh, that's good. I like to go to Dan Battlegrounds as well as the Blue Gate so that I can kill Ark. Oh, I just heard another flare go, but I don't know where it is. Where did the flare go? Yeah, there's no flare. Must mean he's under something. I don't know if I want to take that chance. I don't want to spawn in just to die right away, you know? Especially, like, if I didn't have a Pharaoh, like, if I had a kettle, I'd absolutely shoot that guy. But... oh, hey. Oh, I thought that was a guy. Damn. I thought he was going to walk right into it. I'm just having a little fun. He's far enough away that I don't mind I don't mind taking the chance if he doesn't show himself in a second. Ooh. Ooh. It's an arc probe, but that didn't sound like... oh, no. Not seeing a lot of arc right now. Whoop. Fuck. I love missing from that far away. Damn it. Holy shit. Take it easy, dude. Ain't that serious. Dude, what the... I cannot land this. Oh, shit. There we go. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? think I just saw somebody run by. Thought I did anyway. Maybe not. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Head home at the warehouse air shaft.
Nah, I missed. Ah, I missed again. Yeah, I knew I was going to miss that. Oh. Enjoy the free loadout, pussy. Once you raid enough arcs, do you put everything in a museum? What do you mean museum? I think the 5th quarter actually makes you pay 50 cents to continue. Yeah, you had to sneak up on me with your Venator 4 with my free loadout. Good one. Anyway. Well, there's 2 minutes left, you know. I guess we can watch the last 2 minutes, even though it's fucking stupid as shit. It's whatever, you know. They're punting, I guess. They just punted. Oh, dang. Didn't realize I had skill points to spare. That's good news. Yeah, I'm not particularly good at arc raiders either. I'm not like horrible at it, but you know, fucking you know, it's annoying because a lot of it comes down to what kind of gear you have. So like you'll be running around with a free loadout and you'll get blasted by a dude like with a Venator, you know? And it's like, oh, all right, whatever, you know. I guess. Oh, what? Now you see now they're doing like now that they can't win the game, they're playing the exact game that they needed to play this entire time. They're playing a hurry up offense for one thing because they need to, but then they're going short pass plays, you know, is what they're going for. And it's like, gee, like it would have been nice to see that the whole game, you know? Why are you guys playing like the game's on the line now? You know? It's a flag on the play. Yeah, offsides defense. Well, I suppose that's good. Oh, there's another flag on the play there. Again, it's like at this point I would almost rather see them play shitty. I would rather see them do bad. Just to validate, like, okay, they were always gonna lose. They were always gonna lose, you know. They just didn't have what it took. But no, now they're playing good. These are the kinds of drives that they needed this entire time, you know? Like it's 3rd and 1, you know, 12 seconds to go. But like they're moving the ball down the field consistently, you know? And that's what I'm talking about. That's what they needed this whole time. Instead of trying to get 20, 30 yards off of a fucking pass, you know? Fucking instead of looking far downfield, go 5, 10 yards per pass. Just get another 4 plays. That's it. That's all you needed this whole time. That's it, you know? Yeah, well, uh, I'd like to say it was a good game, but like it just wasn't. It wasn't a satisfying game of football to watch. Even if you're like a Seahawks fan, like I'm sure you're happy you won, but like there were not a whole lot of moments there where it's like, "Oh boy, that was exciting and it was really cool." No, it was disappointing, you know? Disappointing from a play standpoint, you know? Like I said, I'm sure if you're in Seattle right now, I'm sure if you're in Washington, you're like, yeah, you know? But, it is what it is. Fucking, as always, next year. They should have gone for eye gouges early, soak up some penalties, then get some ejections, but then set the tempo. Exactly. That's what they should have did. They should have they should have been stomping dudes' knees like John Jones. Let's go. I hit total points 42 plus 3,500. Damn, good for you, man. Hell yeah. Good for you, dude. Shit. Hope you want a shit ton of money. People always taking chances when there's no longer a risk, betting on hands that are already back in the deck. SMH, exactly. You know? That's like when I took the Patriots, like they were the underdog. They weren't supposed to win according to the Vegas odds. Um, but like I knew, like, well, it's a risk I'm willing to take because there's not been a single Patriots Super Bowl win that was a blowout. I think there may have been like one. I feel like I remember the Carolina Panthers. It was they just absolutely, they just absolutely like got blown out. I think if I remember correctly, I think it was the Carolina Panthers and they got blown out a little bit. But like other than that, every Patriots Super Bowl win has been like down to the wire. It's been a field goal, it's been a touchdown, it's been a turnover, it's been an interception that guaranteed them the win against the Seahawks, like I think it was 10 years ago, you know? So it's like fucking that was a risk I was willing to take, but it was a risk, you know? I thought to myself, well, I mean, I don't know, maybe I should stick with the odds. I'm not going to win as much money, but I'll win a little bit of money. And this little project that I'm doing with the call sheet, I'm taking money that I already had in there and I'm just like whatever, I'm playing with it until I lose it. I'm not adding any more money into my call sheet thing. So like I might as well see what I can keep getting. I want to see how much I can grow what I have instead of doing like I'll fucking throw this much in. I'll throw that much in, you know? But, it is what it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady, dude. If it was fucking Brady, kid, dude, we would have fucking won that game, dude. No question, kid. Yeah. Oh, man. But I guess Drake May is a rookie, So good for him for being in a Super Bowl his first year in the league. If that is correct information. Um, he's gonna be back next year, I'm sure. And if everything goes right, maybe we'll be in the Super Bowl next year. I don't know, maybe we'll see. But I do got to get out of here. Time is it? Yeah, I think I'd rather just get out of here, you know. I gotta get ready for work tomorrow, you know, and I gotta eat dinner and I gotta eat dinner. Like again, like 3 turnovers from the Patriots, no turnovers from Seattle, you know. Like the passing yards was actually like we actually had them in passing yards, but you know, there's Vance, there's QB Vance, but yeah, I don't, I don't know how to end it. You know, just thank you for popping in today. I appreciate it. I had a good time. You know, I always enjoy streaming. Sucks the Patriots lost, but you know, whatever. I will talk to you guys later. I should be streaming this week, and yeah, until then, peace out.